Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Wembanyama went berserk. I mean, absolutely berserk, and showed us why he's in fact not from this planet and he is an alien. And then we got Anthony Edwards, who showed us that the offseason rumors are in fact true. Maybe he was talking to MJ. We'll get into that. And then there were some top tier teams that are supposed to be elite. Chill, they're supposed to be contenders, right? And they lost. We're going to talk about that. And then there's some teams that some people really called mid, and they actually look fairly decent. We're going to talk about that. I'm forgetting something, right? Oh, Mars. There were some illegal activities and transactions going on behind the scenes between some players, some coaches, maybe some GMs. We are definitely going to talk about these suspicious activities behind these NBA players and illegal gambling rings and operations and stuff. We'll talk about those arrests as well. Fellas, we are going to do all of this right here, right now, on the panel during this 3-hour episode. Y'all buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a good one. And by the way, this episode is brought to you by Splash Sports and the good guys on the panel. I got Penn with me. I got Mars Blackman with me. I got Damian Peters with me. I got the biggest of oxes with me. I got Swipe with me. And I got Chilltown Hoops in the house. Fellas, we are going to start with Victor Wembanyama. I'm speechless, so I don't.
What y'all the hell is wrong with him?
What's wrong with who, Ox?
Well, Wemby.
Hold on, let me get my mic and make sure. Okay, so first and foremost, there's nothing wrong with him. And the reason why there's nothing wrong with him, because you being a big man, it's like somebody reminded him, "Hey, big fella, you're a big fella. How about you do big man things?" And that's what you saw last night. You saw a big man playing like a big guy. If I got a small guy on me, I'm going to treat you like a small guy. If I'm a big guy and I'm better around the basket than you smaller guys, I'm going to treat you like that. He only shot 2 threes last night. That's it. I don't need to do that. You know why I don't need to do that? Because I'm bigger than all of you guys.
Good job, big fella.
I think
we talked about it
real quick, Ox. Real quick, Ox. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had 5 dunks last night. If I'm not mistaken. Straighten me out. I think he had 5 dunks last night. With the 5 dunks he had, I'm bigger than you. I'm more effective around the basket. I don't need to be pushed away from the basket. I don't have to play out here. I can play out at the long ball line, but I'm not going to. You know why? Because I'm more effective, because I'm bigger than you. That's why.
Mars, this is what happens when a shooting guard transitions to a power forward.
Uh-oh.
You know. My thing, chill. We talked about it though, like even in the offseason. It's like we know he's gonna get stronger. And it seems like he's definitely getting there. Like he's getting stronger. He's not getting knocked off his pivot like that. When he attacks, you could just see the strength, the mobility. It was nice to see. I do think that people should probably stop jumping for his pump fakes because you're not going to block it anyway. So just get a hand up. There's no like PJ Washington jumping for pump fakes. He's going to the rim and dunking. It's like there's no reason to jump for that. You can't block that, PJ. Just stay down and play solid. Play as solid defense as you can. I don't know how you stop Wemby if he's playing like this though. Chill. When he's out there shooting 9, 10 threes, he's bailing out the defense.
When you mean like a big man, Ox? You mean when he's playing like a big guy? Is that what you mean?
When he's playing physical, when he's playing aggressive, I won't even say playing necessarily like a big guy, chill, because a lot of big guys can't play like that. The way what Wemby was doing yesterday and putting the ball on the ground and just so I won't say necessarily playing like a big man, chill, but not bailing out the defense with long unnecessary threes, but just making your presence felt and just being a force on the basketball court is what is more so what I'm talking about.
Now remember what you, because I want to make sure that I'm clear on what I saw when I said a big man. Ox, I didn't see a lot of tween dribbling between my legs. I saw a lot of 1-2 dribble, get to the rim. I didn't see a lot of that stuff. No, I didn't. I saw him transition. If the ball came off the glass, he was running the floor, running to the rim like a big man. He was getting lobs, diving to the rim like a big man. Don't get me wrong, Ox. I can appreciate all the other stuff that you do as a big man, right? I can appreciate the skill set that comes with playing in today's game. I can appreciate you being pushed away from the basket, having to be able to handle the basketball, having to be able to score on the perimeter. But I don't have to do that. I'm going to do that, but I don't have to do that. The stuff that I have to do is the big man stuff, because that's what makes us an even better team. That's why Castle was able to do what Castle was able to do last night. That's why he was able to get into the teeth of the defense and throw lobs to the rim, right? That's why Harper was able to do what Harper was able to do. And I'm going to say this one more time for the people in the cheap seats. Wait till they get Foxy back. Wait till they get Foxy back. They're going to be even better. Wait till
Yo, fellas.
Who's the worst team in Texas, sir?
Right quick, Ox, before we do anything else, Mars, I need you to get into your eloquent bag and just describe to us, with the heaviest of accents that you have, what did we see last night? Like, what in fact was that?
I try to be like, I don't want to say analytical, but I try to analyze what I see. I try to view things from like the impact perspective and try to view things logically and try to take my emotion out of it, all of that amazing stuff or bad stuff, depends on how you view it. But at the end of the day, I think we all agree we watch sports to be entertained. Sports for some people is an escape from the real world, all of that stuff. So I'm not gonna analyze, is this sustainable for Wemby? Is the Dallas defense not as good as we thought? Is Wemby having 0 turnovers a turn of a new leaf? All cool. I'm just gonna speak from a fan perspective. What I watched Wemby do, I wasn't speechless. I've never been so confused, mind boggled, flabbergasted by what I've seen a basketball player do on a basketball court in my life. I've never watched a game and seen that many moments of what I view to be magic from one individual. Like, I'm not saying he's the best player to ever play. Like, obviously, more goes into that away from just the emotional part of it. But at the end of the day, basketball and sports in general are emotional. That's how people feel. That's what gets fans attached to players and teams, whatever the case may be. And the emotional experience that I went through watching some 7'6" human being do things that I thought were impossible can't be measured by stats, or I'm not coming at pen when I say box plus minus, but like, it can't be measured by those things. Maybe his box plus minus was 26, but it can't. What it made you feel, I think, is what I took away from that. What he did was amazing. I can't put it into words. I can't put it into numbers. I saw things that I didn't think humans could do, let alone 7'6" humans moving like that. And then I had my concerns, obviously, in the preseason about the turnovers. He averaged like 5 turnovers in 20 minutes. I was like, oh, Wemby's been turnover prone his whole career. And I'm not saying he's not going to be turnover prone this year. But what I watched, he never has to have a game like that again in his career. That game, that to me is the limit of human possibility that I witnessed last night.
Does it get better than that, Mars, in your estimation? Like what you saw last night, does it get better than that?
That being possible. So if it gets better than that, then I don't know what we're meant to do. Because what I just watched was a masterclass in basketball. The defensive plays, he's got even better on defense, by the way. Like, his discipline is way better. So the best defender in the sport has got better on defense. The offensive patience. Like, do I still think he's not the strongest person in the world? Yes. But the ability to stay on your pivot, up fake, step through, use your strides to get from the 3-point line to the rim in 2 steps. Like, in the half court, by the way, not in transition, in the half court. Like, he's doing things that he drove baseline up and under reverse dunk. Like, what am I watching? I don't. And then we all know the play on Derek Lively. Like,
he smacked that shit out of here.
What was the coolest though?
I don't know.
That's the kind of block shot I saw, Ox. I saw a shot. He blocked that shot. Like, don't come in here with that bullshit no more. Get that shit out of here.
Is he better than Evan Mobley now? I'm just curious.
I think
he better
to Maz's point.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
Yo, Damien, what's up? What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, to Maz's point, the coolest thing was watching the whole basketball world be in awe of this guy at the same time. And I think with Wemby, watching what he can do last night, we've gone past this guy being a generational prospect. This is a once in a lifetime type player. We have never seen anything like this. We talk about prospects when they come in, they have a little bit of this guy. I can see a little bit of this past legend in him. We have never, ever seen anything like Wemby. And I don't know if we ever will. And we've probably spent too much time talking about who's the next face of the league when he's probably been there the whole time. And it would be in the league's best interest to probably invest in him now, especially with them wanting to expand into Europe and him being European. I think it makes a lot of sense. And for him to do that to Anthony Davis and Derek Lively, like, what chance do the rest of the league have? Like, that was my takeaway as well, because it can get really crazy. And after the game, he basically said as well that he's only just scratching the surface. So to Mars's point, what does it look like when he's really getting strong, when he's adding different things to his game, when he's getting even better with experience? It's just a crazy, crazy concept to think about.
Well, Mars, you were right.
Could you imagine telling someone from 1970 that this is what basketball would become in 50 years? That we'd have this?
No.
Like, the stories you hear about Will, I'm not saying he's Wilt Chamberlain, but if there was no footage and we just heard stories about what Wemby just did last night, it would sound like Wilt Chamberlain. Not because he was doing athletic feats, like he was jumping, touching the top of the backboard, but I don't think humans without seeing it could fathom what Wemby just did last night. That's where I'm at. So, like,
all right, let's calm down a little bit though, guys.
No, I will not
down.
calm down.
What
I will not calm down. I will not
Because
calm down.
I mean, we've seen
hold
on though. We've
I'm not gonna
seen
calm down.
Giannis. We've seen Shaq and Giannis absolutely dominate before. Like, this ain't the first time we've seen
But not
domination,
in this
y'all.
fashion, though.
What I just
definitely
witnessed,
not
I've
the
never
first time
seen
we've seen
Shaq do a
domination.
day in his life. What I just
Hey,
witnessed,
look,
I've never seen Shaq.
I'm super juiced from what I saw last night. Last night before I went to sleep, I said, "Yo, Wemby, he's probably the GOAT." Like, what I seen last night, it's like, yeah, it's. I feel bad for everybody else in the NBA, but I'm not gonna act like what we saw last night isn't something that we. You know what I'm saying? We've seen domination past this level before. Like,
Yeah,
Yo,
but it's
Swiper.
not that. But it's not about the level. It's not saying he had the best game that's ever existed.
right.
Sure, MJ's had better games. Shaq's had better games. Wemby might go on to have better games. It's not about how good he was. That's why I said it's not about level of impact. It's about we've never seen. It's like when Steph burst onto the scene, right?
Mhm.
When Steph burst onto the scene, he wasn't the best player ever,
Right.
but we'd never seen anyone do it the way he did it. We'd never seen someone generate fanfare, or you watch a game and you didn't know humans could shoot from that far.
And you knew
You didn't know it could be viable for a human to do that. That's how I felt watching Wemby last night. It was beyond, oh, well, yeah, Shaq's had better games. Yeah, of course, cool. MJ's had better. Yeah, I agree. But we've never seen anyone have a game that dominant the way Wemby did it. And that is what I think is amazing from the fan perspective.
Chat and everybody else, calm down, because I'm not hating on Wemby. I was also awestruck from everything I saw last night. I just wanted to just throw, like, we've seen Shaq and Giannis before, but this was crazy. Well, I think we're looking at the
Swipe and pin. I want to hear from you guys on this matter. And then so many people have sent through super chats that I want to talk about what the people have to say about what we just witnessed last night. And obviously Anthony Edwards went crazy too, but this is a little different. But Swiper, talk to us.
Go to VJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is. I think a lot of people are just catching up, to be honest with you. I feel like we had this conversation last December, and I said the exact same thing. I said he was better than Anthony Davis then. I think if you watch the way he played last year, he was spectacular on both ends. You know, you can go to my Twitter page right now where I put up the side-by-side with him, Tatum, and Kath Karl, Anthony Towns, and what he was doing last season. There was a 30-game stretch where he was going bonkers as an offensive player. And by the way, Chill, you said, like, he wasn't doing a lot of the head-between dribble stuff. Well, if you go back and look at the possessions last night, isolation, or you can look this up too on Synergy.
I'm watching him play right now.
Yeah, there are a bunch of head-between dribble, step back, side steps. Like, it was all on display last night. And Mars, you know, we had a conversation a few days ago about, remember when I told you, I think the reason why the Spurs are trying to get him more on the ball is because if you can take advantage of a super duper tall athletic freak who has that level of skill, and you give him the advantage point of being able to see over the defense and use his ability to get downhill versus some of the best defenders in the sport, it's going to give him such an advantage offensively over everybody in front of him. And so what Mitch Johnson and them are trying to implement with Wemby by giving him more control with the ball, he put that on full display last night, and he was phenomenal. And I think if you just continue to watch the way that dude was playing last night, man, like the aggressiveness he was playing with, the handle relative to a 7-footer looked extremely clean. Like the way he was walking by Anthony Davis, I'm talking about like pull-up, step backs, the way he was walking by Derek Lively. He was utilizing his gravity as a shooter to get downhill, dunking on Anthony Davis, dunking on Derek Lively. It got so bad that when he was posted up on the wing to the point where he was talking about from the right wing where he did the reverse, he did a pump fake because they're so threatened by the step back shot. Because out of that same spot, Wemby got the ball 4 times on the right block. On one of them, he did the pump fake, drive, reverse, and one. And then he did another one. He did a step through into the paint, gather step, fade away from the nail, nothing but net. And then on another possession, he got fouled doing a very similar thing. Like the display of skill that we saw from Victor Wembanyama last night was a professional masterclass of somebody who takes the game extremely seriously. And I remember during his rookie year, when in the moment that he kind of woke up for me before Penn goes is when I saw him and Aaron Gordon get into it, and this was the quarter that he had 16, 17 points in, where he took the game over versus the Nuggets the year that they were contending for the number 1 seed. The only reason they win 58 games was because of Wemby. That dude has a monster inside of him in all the best ways possible. He wants to be great. He wants to be the best. He doesn't want to just be talented. He wants to be somebody who's considered the very best player of his generation and one of the best players of all time. He works like it. And the thing is, Chill, you don't get that kind of skill development unless you're absolutely killing yourself in the offseason. You don't get that kind of skill development unless you're tenacious in your approach to how you want to get better as a basketball player. You don't get a jump shot that you can get off the dribble, off the rip, off the gather, off the step back, off the sidestep. You don't develop those kind of shooting skills unless you are an absolute maniac in how much time you're committing to do your craft. So forget all of the dunks and everything else. If you look at Wemby's footwork in the post yesterday, it was spectacular. You look at Wemby's footwork on his jump shot was spectacular. The fact that you saw a 7'5" big be able to dribble, gather, step back, fade, and like you just don't see that kind of stuff. And I think Wemby, Lord willing, if he didn't have the blood clot last year, he would have made first team All-NBA last year. He was that good. Lord willing, he stays healthy. He has a chance to win MVP this year. And I'm not just saying that just to say it now. Like, I think that highly of Wemby, that he has that kind of skill in year 3. He just turned 21 years old not too long ago. Like, this is literally like the next iteration of what for me personally, of what we saw when we saw Shaq, when we saw LeBron, when we saw these other players. Like, to me, this is it. Sometimes, Damian and Penn, with your eyes, you can just watch something unfold in front of you and say, that is one of the very best players I have ever seen. And honestly, Ox, Chill, Mars, Ron, if you told me by the end of the year he was the best player in the world, I would not fight you on it, because I think that highly of Wemby. And I love the fact that Penn, and then you can go, I love the fact that he is a maniac and he doesn't settle for anything. And the fact that he commented on his own game yesterday and said he's just scratching the surface. Like, I think for me, that's what makes Wemby so special, Penn, is that he doesn't want to have a ceiling. And so he's willing to do anything and everything to make himself the very best player he can be.
Yeah. This show is for the chat. So please, chat, choose. Do I choose violence or do I choose peace right now? You let me know. I'll go depending on that. What I will say.
Come on, chat. Y'all know what to do.
Choose peace or violence.
If you want a victory lap, you can victory lap.
Please. I mean, if you want to say you was right, say you was right.
Yeah, if you're that eager to victory lap, go ahead.
Absolutely.
No.
If you want to say you was right, you was right.
I'm seeing.
What were you right about, Penn? If you say you was right about Wemby, what were you right about? What were we wrong about when it comes to Wemby? What
Sure,
were we wrong?
I was
you
very
weren't right when you said it. I mean, if you said it today, then you might be right. But
What were you right about, Penn? Like,
Uh-oh.
he wasn't
You
better
should've
than
said
that.
that,
we getting a lot of violence. Okay, look, man. Last night, I take my draft evaluation shit very seriously. I do. Okay, I talk to a lot of draft evaluators. We have group chats. We are always competing on how many games we can watch every year. When I saw this guy shooting jump shots against Rudy Gobert when he was 16 years old, I was like, that is a prospect to watch. The fluidity, the shot, the mechanics. He looks really good. But, you know, we've seen hype prospects at 16 fall off before. Let's see how hungry he is. So I started reaching out to people in France who knew him, who were training him, and they said, never seen a player approach their development like this. This is going to be a phenom. And I'm like, okay, skeptical. Continued moving on. Then I got into the mind of it. Like, what is he actually trying to do? When he got to the Spurs, I was very happy because I knew this was an organization that was going to take their time to build this actually up. And every single year,
him, is what you're saying. They weren't going to
exactly. And every single time that he would come out and try some element of his process, taking jump shots, people would be like, get your butt in the post. And I'm like, y'all don't see it. Y'all telling him to be a big, he's just developing. He's a Padawan, man. He's a baby. He's trying to figure this out. And he got to figure it out against NBA size, NBA strength, and he is skinny. Wait till he figures it out. We get the health issues. I was on record going into his second year that he was the 7th best player in the league. This panel laughed me off the stage. Y'all thought I was crazy.
Mars
gassing
did say that he was a top 10 player going into that season. Mars said it too.
Wait, what'd you say?
Mars,
going into year 2, because I seen the clip actually.
Oh, I was talking. Yeah,
Penn said, going into year 2, Penn said he was a top 10 player. Chill questioned it, and then Penn said he's top 10 to 12 by the end of the season. So by the end of year 2, Penn said he's going to be a top 7, top 6 player. And I said, I'm high on him. You're a bit higher on him than I am. I wouldn't have him there yet. But Penn did foresee top 7. And by the end of year 2 what year is he in now? Year 3?
Year 3 right now, yes.
By the end of year 2, based on what I saw, I would have had Wemby around 6 or 7. So to Penn's point,
this offseason, we have spent a lot of time discussing Wemby. We've spent time discussing his, monk training and all the stuff. And I distinctly went back last night after watching all the games, because I do believe in being prepared, and this was not all about Wemby and the Raptors for me. So I went and watched every game I could on hyperspeed, and then I got around 4 a.m. I'm like, I wonder what everyone said about Wemby this offseason. Distinctly remember a serious discussion about Wemby and Evan Mobley. Chill.
Yep.
Shout outs. Distinctly remember Mr. Big Ox here saying he will never be better than Shaq. He will never be better than Shaq.
He still ain't better than Shaq. So what are we talking about?
Do you still believe he will never be better than Shaq?
He's not better than Shaq, Penn. So what are you talking about?
Penn, you're setting the bar. Yeah, we got to.
I mean, I would argue saying no better than Shaq is still a safe bet.
Shaq is crazy to me.
I would argue that's still a
he's
safe
doing
bet.
this at 20. He's doing this at 21, 22.
You said that as if you're going you can have.
I said he's going to be a top 5 player of all time.
Keep Shaq out of it. He's not top 5 player of all time yet. Like when that happens, then talk about it.
He will be, not he is. He will be, and based on the trajectory, there is no reason to believe he will not be.
Is he going to hold?
Well, just Penn, I think you should.
When you saw second year LeBron, was he better than Jordan? No, but people started questioning, could he be? Yes. I don't think it's crazy to say this guy could be a top 5 player of all time. I don't think it's crazy what Swipe is saying that he will be the best player or could be the best player in the league. I don't think it's crazy that I parked $150 on him to win MVP at 14-1 odds. Shout outs to me. I don't think it's crazy to say he's the best defensive player in the league. I don't think it's crazy to honestly say he could be, by the end of the year, a top 5 offensive player in the league. There's really not a lot you can do to stop him. I will say this though. Everything I saw yesterday, chill on it. This is not the best of Wemby. I know what he's worked on.
Is he better than Shaq?
What he's going to be able to do by year 4 or 5 is some shit you never seen before.
Yes,
it's already some shit.
Is he better than Shaq?
Yeah, what he did last night was some shit.
Penn. If I was you, just for the sake of the conversation, I would leave that point because I think you have more you can victory lap on. Because if you start talking about Shaq and stuff, you know how it's going to get. It's going to go all over the place.
You are correct. Swiper, you're a good friend. Thank you for saving me from myself and diving off the deep end. You know how I like to do.
Yeah.
So
Swiper, you ain't no fun, bro.
So all I'm gonna say,
I would also like to talk about
Wemby. I appreciate that this panel has talked about Wemby as much as we have. Swiper, Mars. We have all I think we all have a right to be at least self-congratulatory a little bit about trusting the Spurs process a little bit, because I think a lot of people have ripped this guy for bad process and what are the Spurs doing with him, and it's like now you see what the Spurs are doing with him. How dare you try to victory lap on us?
Did you see the places, Chill? And this is to the basketball point, but Penn and Ox obviously is the Hoopers and Ron. Like, did you see the spots they were putting Wemby out on the floor? Yeah. And I think that speaks to how versatile he is, that they had him at the top of the key. They had him on the block. They had him at the nail receiving the ball. They had him in the corner, Mars, coming off of like some down screens coming around to get like, and again, Mars, like I know you were, and it was a strategic thing based on previous information, which is typically how a lot of us try to argue from.
The turnovers?
Yeah, the turnover stuff, which is fine. Like, he didn't play for OKC.
I still think the turnovers are going to be
They will come, but
last night was amazing.
Beyond the turnovers even, Mars, we were
talking about a great defensive player. Please don't leave that part out.
But Anthony Davis is not. Anthony Davis doesn't get into.
I'm not as high on Anthony Davis at this point as you.
Yeah, he doesn't get into your defense like he doesn't get into your grill defensively like that. But I think Penn, to the point though, like they are Mitch Johnson especially. I had him as my coach of the year this year. I think he's been phenomenal since he's been there to take over Pop. And as Ox knows, as the two of us love Pop. Those are heavy shoes to fill. And for the Spurs to trust Mitch Johnson, a young dude, I think he's in his 30s, man, late 30s. For you to trust Wemby's development, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Carter Bryant, with a dude that young, I love the fact that Mitch Johnson, at his young age, is going to have an opportunity to literally have his career like stamped next to Wemby for the next 15 years. That would be like
to lose, though, Swiper. Like to your point, like what does he have to lose at that point? I mean, San Antonio, there's a reason why they got the #1 pick in the draft. They were bad, right? So they were a bad team. So if I'm hitching my wagon to Wemby, what do I have to lose? Okay, this doesn't go the way I want it to go. But what happens if it does?
But Wemby, but again, Wemby chill. But hitching it to Dylan Harper, who looked good last night. They're hitching it to Stephon Castle, who looks like he improved over the summer. They're hitching it to Carter Bryant. They're hitching it to my guy Devin Vassell, who I wouldn't trade Kevin Durant for if you saw on the timeline. I'm telling you, if you look up and down the roster, Chill, the future is bright, but the now is bright. And I'm telling you right now, Mars, and again, this is jokey right here, Mars. That team would wash with De'Aaron Fox the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to revisit that conversation from 2 days ago. They would wash the Bucks. That Wemby, with De'Aaron Fox coming on the court,
good against the Wizards.
What I
want to do is
they would destroy the Bucks.
Hey, De'Aaron Fox is not even there yet, Ox.
So destroy the Bucks. Absolutely demolish the Bucks.
Go ahead, Chill. But before we chill, I'm gonna let you get one more take off, and then we got to transition. But go ahead.
What I want to do is I want to clarify, because you mentioned like being a big man. I recognize that in today's game, the big man isn't what he was 25, 30 years ago, right? I do recognize that I don't have to park myself on the left block, park myself on the right block, and just ask for the ball every trip. No, the game is way different, right? What I think the guards have done, if they have pushed big men away from the basket, and you do have to add that element to your game, no doubt about that. That doesn't mean that I have to be out there all night. I do have to do big man things. This is what I'm clarifying. So the same logic goes with guards. If I'm a lead guard, I understand that you have to be able to score at a high level at the lead guard today, but I still have to do lead guard things. So when I'm thinking about Wemby, I appreciate all the stuff that he's doing with the ball handling, with the jump shooting. But what I'm looking for is I'm still looking for you to implement doing big man things. And I think that's what's going to make.
Did he look like a big man to you last night? Or did he look like an absolute wing?
No, he didn't. He looked like a big fella. He looked like a big fella.
He gave you flashes of guard skills. He gave you flashes of Kevin Durant step backs. He gave you big man things.
And
he is turning.
The paint.
But he's been doing that.
He's been doing that for 3 years.
He's been doing that the whole time.
He just looks like something I had never seen.
I've always asked for. I'm watching him. I'm watching I'm watching Dallas's guards. I'm watching guys go to the lane, and Wemby's in the paint. Nope, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm watching guys, big men. I'm watching Derek. I'm watching Derek. I'm watching Derek. I'm watching, and again, what I don't want to, I don't want to get off the point here. I understand that part. I just want to continue to see that. The other parts, I can definitely get with a guy expanding his game and moving further away from the basket to add that element to his game. Just don't get away from what makes you the most effective.
Total game, Chill.
Just
having
don't
the playmaker
the most effective.
But Chill, having the playmaker at 7'5", having the playmaker like he made some really good decisions yesterday. Okay, as a playmaker, I think he made some really good decisions, getting off the ball real quick, back cut, boom. Like that's all wing stuff. His total skill package is very wing, guard, big, adjacent. He is some shit you haven't seen before. I hate development failures. There are so many players who've been ruined by bad coaches, bad trainers that end up being utilized in the way they can be best utilized to win at that moment. The Spurs didn't do that with Wemby. Yes, it is far more advantageous to park his ass on the basket and just say, okay, shoot jump hooks all day. Sure, that's more advantageous to our win total, but that's not advantageous to expanding his total game. And this is why I talk to so many trainers, because the Spurs have done it right with him. And the entire NBA world has ripped them for 2.5 years. Let's not even lie that they haven't. What are y'all doing with Wemby? This is what y'all doing with Wemby. And trust me, it ain't big man shit that he's doing right now. He's doing total NBA player shit. You don't waste the talents of a 7'5" player with this type of processing, this type of shooting stroke, this type of flexibility by just parking his ass under the basket like he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, Pin, we got you. We got you. Hey, Pin, you did your victory lapping a little bit, but I think you got like 3 or 4 more laps in you. And we'll get to that during the second hour of the show, the third hour of the show. Morris, we might even go in overtime to let Pin victory lap a little more. But as of right now, I want to see how you guys feel about Victor Wembanyama. I'm running a poll. Will Wemby, in fact, go down as the top 5 player ever? Y'all go vote on that poll. And while you're doing that, because right there next to the poll, it's a little link that will take you to a little app that is called Splash Sports. And in this app, you can make a big splash in your bank account when you make picks on your favorite players in the favorite sport that you like, on the best projections. And you simply choose more or less on 2 or more players, and then you cash out and you live a happy life after that. It's really that simple. And the best part about it is you compete against fans. You don't compete against the house. So you don't have to play against the bookies, and you don't have to play against the computer and AI generated statistics and all of that. No, you play against other humans just like yourself. But the cool part about it is they don't know ball the way you know ball. So click the link in the bio or scan this QR code. Get in the game at Splash Sports. And also, our NBA Player Survivor started last night. And this is for $2,500. And this is where you pick an NBA player that you believe will score over 20. I hope you chose Anthony Edwards or Wemby last night, because obviously they both did that. And you survive as long as you can. The last person standing will win $2,500. And if you don't get that, well, you'll just be on the outside looking in, and maybe you can win it the next time. But I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with that game day after day after day, and we'll go from there. Shout out to Splash Sports. Download the app, like the video, subscribe, become a member. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, Facebook, all the other platforms, TikTok. Follow us across the web. Now, fellas, typically during this time, we would circle into another topic. Typically during this time, we would talk about something else. But you guys have sent through so many super chats regarding Victor Wembanyama that for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to try to touch every single Wemby chat that I can touch. So we're going to start with the very first one. No Longer Gape. Of course, it's towards you, Chilltown. No Longer Gape said, hey, Chilltown, good morning. Is Wemby already better than Robert Parrish and Moses Malone?
If you saw what you saw last night, if you didn't see that, would you still ask me that question? Because you already think that anyway. Like last night shouldn't change that. Like one game shouldn't change that. He already better than him. You already think that. No, I don't think that.
He's not better than Robert Parrish.
Today?
He is easily better than Robert
Victor
Parrish.
Wembanyama is not a better player than Robert Parrish?
Better than Moses Malone, too. So we don't have to do this.
Yeah, but you got to pick your battles. Victor Wembanyama, the player we watched play last season, is not better at basketball than Robert Parrish?
So So Victor Wembanyama today in 2020 in October.
Did this audio go out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
chill.
can't hear him.
Yeah, thank goodness. No, the
YouTube
question is,
censored you.
who's a better basketball player, not career, like arcs and awards and everything else? Who played the basketball game better, Victor Wembanyama or Robert Parrish? I don't know if your mic is
he's
out.
more skilled than Robert Parrish. Yes, he is.
It's not just more
You
skilled. He's more impactful.
evaded the
He's
question
better at
in a
basketball.
classic chill way, and don't succumb and be like, you know what, you're right. He's better.
No,
don't do that
he
either.
is.
I'm just saying, like, do you think he's better? You can say you don't think he's a better basketball player. That's perfectly fine.
Yes, I think he's a better basketball player than Robert Parrish. Yes.
That's a win. That's a win. Count that. That's a win.
Take us.
All right, the next super chat that I got is from Cowboy Chan. Cowboy Chan said Wemby was looking like them 7-4 on 2K before the patch. Go ahead and explain, Mars, for the fellers. I don't know what this is, Mars. What is 7-4 before the patch?
Basically, on NBA 2K, you could make 7-4 my players for the first time this year. So a bunch of people made 7-4 my players, and as you could expect, they were just shooting over everyone. You couldn't stop them. You couldn't guard them. Blah blah blah. People cried. 2K had to try and adjust it. Reality is, when you're bigger than everyone and you can shoot the ball, it's actually quite hard to stop you, as you could tell by Victor Wembanyama. Although I would argue, on 2K you're kind of capped at like 35 speeds on these 7-4 individuals. Wemby be running up and down like a wing, so you can't make Wemby on 2K. It's not possible. I will be trying today. I promise you I will. You cannot make Wemby on 2K.
You can, however, make Wemby in 2K2, which is what I did. 7'5". It wasn't a French shooter. It was actually a Serbian shooter. 7'5" creative player who could shoot threes. And I'm like, bro, this shit is like something you never seen before. And then I made 2 of them, and I won like 85 straight championships.
Sounds fun. Sounds
It was fun.
Yeah.
Shout out 2K2.
Anime Spurs fan 90 sent through a members chat and said, hey, Mars, #WimVP, #DPOY, #Spurs top 6 uploading.
Playoffs. Yep.
That's what he said his goal was, playoffs.
It's not a super chat, right? So
Sounds like I'm gonna have to retire soon. That's what it sounds like.
Why? Because Wemby coming?
That's what this is the future of the game. I'm clearly clueless. Like I'm getting pushed out.
I could barely hear you, Chill.
Hang on for a second.
Chill, you got to speak into your mic. Put the mic close to your face.
I apologize.
No, it's not on.
My microphone is on. Mic check 1 2.
You're good.
Yeah.
JJWAD sent through a super chat and said, Wemby reminds me of Minnesota KG. Do you all agree with that comparison? Is that valid? Is
No.
that legit?
He ain't that good.
Okay.
I don't think he's as good as KG was, but
Not yet, Pin.
yeah.
Not yet.
I'm tired of. I'm not comparing Wemby to. No, I don't see. No, I don't. I haven't seen this. I can't compare it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like, I think
what we saw last night. Like what we saw last night was crazy. It was ridiculous. Like for me personally, I don't think AD played bad last night. I think AD played pretty good, and it was just dwarfed by what Wemby did. Like Wemby played so good last night that people. So I saw somebody in the chat say Anthony Davis looked like old Kendrick Perkins.
To be honest,
I thought AD was trash, but
I think AD
I don't
shape,
think he was trash, Mars. I think AD played decent basketball. Just like I said last night or the other night with Kevin Durant. I don't think KD played bad. He just, just didn't work out. Like, what I'm saying? I think AD played a fine game. It just was, he was playing against, I don't even know what we call this kid anymore. Like, I don't know what that was.
I think he was just playing against a much better player. That's what happened.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. Whatever you want to, however you want to.
No, I'm agreeing with
laughing
you.
about take shot made last year.
No, I think AD played AD. It's just he just ran into
right, and that's fine. But that's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think AD played bad. I just think what Wemby did just dwarfed everything he did. Like Wemby just was far superior.
But AD was like out of breath at the free throw line, man. Like he's in, to me, he's in really bad shape. AD, man.
Right.
He looks heavier. He looks slower. And I think when Wemby looks so fluid,
That
at
offense
7'5",
sucks. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When we get to the
Magic
game,
Johnson
Damian,
struggled.
Yeah, we'll
a
get
little
to
bit.
it.
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
yeah,
It
when
was
we get
just
to the
like-
actual game, that offense looks trash. But again, not Cooper Flagg's fault. He's a literally first game ever, so who cares? But
Right.
outside
I mean,
of
but
that,
the thing about too, when you watch what Wemby was doing last night, though, and you just watch the way they have to stop trying to guard him like that. Like, you have to stop jumping for pump fakes. You have to stop doing, like, it's pointless. You have to stay on the ground and move your feet, reach a little bit.
You gotta let him just shoot over you. That's what you just.
So what's going to happen?
No, Mars, there's nothing you can do about that. He's gonna shoot over you. It's like Dirk times 2. Like, you can't block that. You better just stay down and beat him to spots. You got to. If you want to try to guard him, you got to beat him to spots, guard him early, because you can't. There's no when you see a guy that's running to the rim and doing, and just like not jumping, like, well, you got to understand, you will never block that. You better just move your feet, beat him to spots, and hit him every time he comes down to you. That's the only, and just pray. Pray.
He's gonna start commanding 1, 2, 3 players to come.
and then like Miss Johnson and them were thinking, I hope you do, because he's 7'5", he can see everywhere on the floor, and Mars is gonna be boop boop boop.
And that's the next evolution after that. Yeah,
his basketball IQ is already getting so much better. My thought process here is the natural thought is to put a big guy on him. I think the best way to stop him is actually to get under him, the same way Lou Dort did with Kevin Durant.
So Wemby will never go out like KD. But y'all, I got to move on to the next super chat though. From Dante Nadia. Dante Nadia 7979 said, AD and Lively got abducted. Princess Cooper got locked away in a castle. Stop sleeping on the Spurs and their defensive potential.
Agreed.
Spurs are better than the Mavericks.
Also look good on defense for sure. I'm gonna give Castle credit.
I thought Stephen Castle was excellent defensively as well. Like, I think some of the other Spurs guys played really well. It was probably being overshadowed. Dylan Harper was really good. Stephen Castle looked great as well, especially defensively. They don't even have the Aaron Fox. Like, Harrison Barnes is a veteran, steady presence. Luke Cornett plays his role. You know, Kelly Olynyk probably sees the floor at some stage as well. Like, the Spurs have a roster that can really do some things if Wemby is like this. And like, to Chill's point, like when De'Aaron Fox comes back, it's gonna be crazy, man. The 2-man action especially is. But yeah, some of their performances went under the radar, but they played really well.
And again, y'all, like, you know, we'll talk about Wemby more, I imagine, Ron, so I don't not take too long, 15 seconds here, but I'm curious to see Wemby in this, like, progression as a ball handler, and I'm talking about just separation progression. OKC even, like, if he's, like, able to figure out those angles, because yesterday that, to me, was the thing that popped out, like, he was utilizing angles, because if I can just get an angle on you, I'm so long, I can finish at the rim either. And then what he also added, Ron, yesterday was if he can't get all the way to the rim, he is literally, you can tell all offseason, bank shot, bank shot, bank shot, bank shot, bank shot, bank shot, just a LeBron Toronto floater. I'm really curious to see how he continues to utilize that this year, because there might not be a defense that can legitimately, like, stop him from dominating this year.
Void Century YT said, Wemby had me feeling like Miss B. Nah, you know what? Never mind.
Is Void the one that likes Drench?
No, that's Vision Gang. That's Vision Gang. That's Vision Gang.
Did anybody feel this way as well?
I don't know
what Miss Bina is, but I will say this.
Who was that, Ron?
I very quickly.
I thought Missy Elliott for a minute.
I don't think enough has been said about how he seems more aggressive. Like, just honestly, he just feels like he wanted to embarrass Anthony Davis last night. He looked mean. Like there was that play that everyone was, you know, joking about with the Spurs inter-squad scrimmage where he pushes Luke Cornett out of the way and just dunked on him, right? And I'm like, that is a good sign of things to come. He spent the offseason working with KG, working with Hakeem, right? And with Hakeem, it was a lot of stuff going more towards the basket. With KG, I'm pretty sure a lot of their talk was about intensity. A lot of their talk was about motor. And if there was ever an issue with Wemby as a young kid, I thought sometimes he gets disinterested. He gets dialed out of games. Last night, I saw a guy who was pushing the envelope of, you got me, you can't guard me, I'm going past you. Lively's 7'3". AD, Kareem, you know, he really just took it as a personal challenge to prove.
So you won and lost yesterday, actually, man.
Yeah,
He said
Wemby
that
did
post
fry
game though. He
Kareem.
said it
Yeah,
post game. It
Wemby
was a
did fry
statement game for
Kareem,
him.
yeah.
So
And Cooper Flag looking
So
really
Wemby
bad.
being top 5 all
yeah.
time sounds like it just is
you won
reality
in
at
launch
this point. He's
yesterday.
just better than Kareem.
You just won so much that the losses almost don't matter. You won by 100 and you lost by like
80
25.
looks horrible. 80 looks horrible. He's landlocked himself to a center, and he has 2 starting centers on his team. Like,
Swiper,
it's
but he
just
didn't win with the Raptors take because I was the one who had to push the Raptors line. He was scared.
That's
to
true.
use it.
Me too. I went with the
picked the
Raptors. The
Raptors to
Raptors
win.
takes too because they dominated last night.
That game was interesting. Shout out to Atlanta's.
It was close and then it wasn't.
Yeah, I promise you we won't be talking about the Raptors today. We got another super chat from Andre Q. Andre Q said, I don't even know what else we could do there. Every time we got physical, they called the foul. Yeah, our offense was tough, but defensively, I don't know.
Who's you talking
That's because
about?
you guys were fouling. That's because he's the Mavs fan. That's because you guys were fouling him. But yeah, I will say back to my analyst bag away from just, oh my God, Wemby. I do think that not the answer, but like Wemby had some of the widest driving lanes I've ever seen. You've got to send help at the nail. You've got to dig at the ball. The issue is like normally for normal mere mortals, if there's nail help, you pick up your dribble and you play good defense. The issue with Wemby is he can pick up his dribble from outside the free throw line, and he's one stride away from being right at the rim. So you've genuinely got to slide in front. You can't just stunt at the ball because he can split that and he's at the rim in one stride. So he does alter like the geometry of the court offensively in that way. But you can't give him the widest lanes of all time because the biggest weakness he has still at this point is his handle, is his ability to navigate downhill at that size with his handle. So if you're able to force him to pick up his dribble, you're able to cut off those lanes. That does help you make him into a shooter over the top. And if you can make those shots at a high clip, GG's, you tip your hat, it's over. But that's probably the thing I would address.
Mars, did it seem to you, Mars, at times with like help defense was kind of like hesitant? They were like, I don't really want to get involved.
It seemed like that. So like what Wemby did was amazing based on the coverages he was seeing, but Dallas played some extremely passive coverages. Yeah. Maybe they trusted AD and Lively in isolation. Maybe they just thought they could deal with it. But the amount of times I'm watching, and the Spurs did a good job of clearing out the wing as well. So I'm going to give credit to the Spurs coaching staff because they made sure to clear out the nail as much as possible so Wemby could get downhill. But if you're Jason Kidd, who I think is one of the better defensive coaches, if this was a playoff setting, for example, I would expect the nail to be crowded. I would expect Wemby's drives to be more bothered. And I do think other teams, when you start seeing Wemby against, I'm not going to use OKC, but like Wemby against Houston, for example. I'm not saying he'll have a bad game, but I definitely do think those drives are going to be tougher. And that's why I
a level of fear
Wemby
that you have
40.
to have. There's a level of fear that's developed when you see a guy doing what Wemby was doing yesterday. One dribble, getting to the rim, throwing the basketball in, dunking the basketball backwards. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to compete. But there is a level of fear that's developed. Like, man, I don't know if I can stop this. So there's something that I'm going to have to give up. Right. So when Wemby's jabbing, going one dribble, when I'm 19 feet away from the basket and I'm dunking the ball over your big guy, when I'm in transition and it's not in transition, when I'm in half court and I got Anthony Davis in front of me and it's a give and go and you standing underneath the bucket. Well, 2 plays before that, you just saw him put his face in the rim. You really want to get in the front of that? More times than not, guys aren't. I mean, there develops a fear. There's a fear that
somebody
develops
got to
with
do
these guys. Somebody does have to do it, but definitely a fear develops.
All right, y'all. The next super chat that I got is from Dane Inga. Chill, that's Inga or Nick? Dane Nick?
Dane Inga.
Right. Dane Inga said, I'm French, and what I saw yesterday almost brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, I felt the same way.
Proud countryman.
So me too. Yeah,
and if we want to take this like international swiper, like if he's playing like this on the international stage, imagine what type of career he could have there too. Like France already one of the best nations if they get the best player in the world as well. And he cares about the national team too. So it's like, what type of resume are we talking about here? I think
France
for the
was
French
just in a gold medal game. Wasn't they just in a gold medal game? So
2 years ago, yeah. Well, a year ago, I guess, 24, yeah.
I think the pronunciation, I just looked it up, is nah.
No.
Could be.
Yeah.
So the G's is there for no reason.
No, it's silent, but
lasagna.
So it's there for no reason.
Like lasagna.
I mean, there's a bunch
exactly.
of bunch of silent letters in the English.
Okay.
language, so.
I know a couple G's up here too. I would remove them, but we got a show that we got to get with. So,
Of course, the sucker will
Snowbirds.
remove all the G's. Go ahead.
If that K and Knuckles don't get the hell out of here, I know that. I know that K and Knuckles can get the hell going.
Yeah, say that again, Swiper. I don't think he heard you.
Yeah, I know the sucker would get rid of all the G's on the stage. Job Turkey. Share the next one.
Snowbird
You all kind of a
Sneakers
John
sent
Turkey,
through a
Rod.
members chat.
You
Yeah,
are
chill.
really.
He gonna pay for that.
You are kind
But
of a John
Snowbird
Turkey
Sneakers
over
said, "What up, PC?" And man, this NBA season starting off historically. I love it.
Yeah, what a historical morning we woke up to.
I had aspirations for better results.
You had aspirations for better results. You just
I did.
The seeds did not get planted.
The seeds were not planted. I could not believe what I watched. And, oh my God.
Yo, Pin, I didn't even watch the game because I had no idea that was going to happen. Obviously, I thought it was going to be a pointless game to watch. I tried to jump on TikTok with Chill earlier to get ahead of the curve to try to tell him, like, yo, Chill, relax. We don't got to get into that today. So let's just keep. No,
actually, we will absolutely
Pin,
talk about the Utah Jazz.
Pin, I thought you was the bigger man. Let's just move on.
You tried to tell me yesterday that you were the
absolutely
only
talk
real Raptor fan up here, and that was the moment that I decided that I would have greater aspirations today. You not ducking shit today.
Did any of us watch that game?
I didn't.
Oh my God, I turned it on.
It was.
We
I mean,
still gonna talk
I
about
just
it.
kept getting told. I just
was
kept getting
manslaughter.
told they were down 20.
yeah, I finished the NFL show.
They were
last
down
night,
more
and then
than
I
that.
turned it on, and then it was.
Yeah, I know, but I did. I watched. I saw like there was 5 minutes left in the fourth, and I saw Chris Paul and them in the game. That's the only part of the game I saw. So I have no words for the game. I can't tell you what happened.
I need to know what happened, honestly. So I'm not mad at talking about it. I got to know how that went down.
We are absolutely going to talk about it. We're going to talk about as many games as we can from last night as possible.
Joel sold me last night. He sold me.
But y'all, the next super chat I got is from Exclusive Excellence. Exclusive said the craziest part is he looks so nonchalant while doing the insane shit.
It wasn't nonchalant, no. And I think that's the thing that we have to get off of. Wemby has a ridiculous amount of competitiveness in him. So he already came to us. He might not have said it out loud, but I mean, I saw how he looked at Chet. Like, why is this dude in front of me? Like, and I think that that's developing like with the rest of the league as time goes on. Like, you ain't got nothing for me neither. You, Anthony Davis, you don't have anything. I think that that's kind of developing. Please do not take the idea that because he's doing what he's doing, it might look effortless. It's not. Like, Wemby has worked extremely hard on his game, and he's continuing to kick ass. No doubt about that.
But people get it twisted though. Like they see him playing chess, they see him with the monks and all this stuff, and they think he's just a nice guy, but he's an animal. Like to Swiper's point, like there's a monster inside him. And you're right, Chill. He I don't think he fears anyone, man.
Damien, have you seen Magnus Carlsen flip a chessboard? There ain't nothing.
Yeah,
nice.
I have actually.
There ain't nothing nice about playing chess.
It's very
man. I
competitive.
was swearing the whole time.
Right.
No, but I think generally people don't see like Wemby as like a nasty guy or like someone that's gonna like go on the floor and rip your heart out. But he actually is. Like he's got some real nastiness to him. And people will see it. People's gonna see it this year.
A while back though, Damien, and I can't remember where I read it, but I read something that was saying like, and when I heard that, I really liked it, and it was like that's a dangerous man is a man that has the luxury to be a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the luxury to be kind when you're dangerous because you know what I'm saying? Like you can react and you can handle whatever comes to you. So when you have the ability to sit back and meditate and play chess and hang out with monks is because you're dangerous. And like, but we've seen it before though. We've seen Wemby like when him and Chet are on the floor together, he get that look in his eye like, nah, bro. Nobody's ever gonna mistake you being better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like Wemby is. I don't think we've ever had to question if Wemby has that intensity. Like I've always seen it. I think we've seen it multiple times. Like Wemby's a killer for sure.
And we can get off the Euro thing too. Like that, the Euros are soft and like that shit is over. Like we
it's
had
been over
that
for a decade. Now.
Yeah,
that's been
people still talk about
in the
that.
league or
Being a Euro and no,
Or the toughest
Joker is
players
not
in the
soft.
league. Joker
Wemby is not
Luka
soft.
not soft.
Giannis is not soft. No, these dudes.
I think
are.
Dirk killed that.
If anything, they're completely
Manu's
taken.
Argentinian.
Not just Europeans, Africans, obviously. Because shout out, I still consider Giannis African because he is. They've completely taken over the top of the league. Like, it's they've
Absolutely.
snatched. I'm talking about like snatched the chain. Like best players in the world snatched the chain off.
To Chill's point though, like I think the European tag of being soft is being gone, but like he's a Frenchie though. You know what I'm saying? So the Frenchie tag of being soft hasn't necessarily been gone, and I think that now
Tony Parker.
I mean, he's a Frenchie. So
hey,
it's kind of
well, hold on, but Penn, it's the country of love. You know, oui, au revoir. You know,
oh my God, I lived in France.
There's nothing
for 6
soft
months.
about Wemby, though. I'm not even
nothing
trying
soft
to
about that
bonus
country.
is
I
not soft
promise
either,
you,
yo.
it
hey
is.
man, W partners, man. You know, America has been in a great standing relationship with France.
What's
for a
that
long
thing they
time.
say? Big dogs don't bark, right?
Big dogs don't bark. Little dogs don't need to bark because they got a big dog with them, which is why France, they don't need to bark because they know if they ever get in trouble, they got the big USA of A right next to them.
That's a fact. They got
80,
they got
80
Rudy Gobert.
hey, yo, Penn, I'm talking about 80 years locked in. 80 years locked in. Shout out to France.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is yet again from Andre Q. Andre Q said, I watched it back twice this morning, and I don't think they play bad defense. PJ, D Lively, and AD all got in foul trouble early, trying to be tough. I don't know how you can guard that if they call everything.
Cope harder.
Don't foul.
You got to foul him, though.
You
You got to foul him.
No,
Stay
don't
physical,
foul.
though. I don't think you can let that. I don't think you can, especially with a guy like Victor Wembanyama. You have to take the Lou Dort approach, and I'm not saying but you can't allow the whistle to deter your physicality. Like you can't stop being physical. You have to hit him early, hit him off, and make sure that you're guarding him before he catches the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Ox, your mic going in and out.
Damn, I was just spitting right there too. I was teaching.
Damn.
Yeah, shout.
We'll never know.
Wemby's Congan, by the way. He's half Congolese.
Congolese?
I thought it was Sudanese.
No.
He's half Congolese, and he's half half French. But also, remember France Penn a few years back when they won the World Cup, and they said Africa won the World Cup, and then there was the whole thing. Yeah, shout out to France, man. Shout out to France.
Yeah, if you go to Paris, you will see millions of African people there from all over.
Huge population.
It is a huge population, and but I think the naturalized citizen thing, the second generation immigrant thing is weird because we make no issue of it in America, but for some reason, like we take all of France and Greece and Italy's people away. These people immigrated there for a reason, right? And Wemby is French.
He's first generation, I believe, if I remember correctly. Or
he was born in France.
Yeah. And then I think his parents.
So it's not like Giannis where he was born in Nigeria and then they immigrated to Greece and that whole thing. No, he's born in France, grew up in France. Sister's born in France, brother's born in France. Everybody's born in France.
And by his brother, by the way, is 18. I think he's 6'7" already.
Yeah, I saw some highlights of him. That look crazy as well. But
his
sister
is amazing. By the way,
how tall is she already?
She's 6'1", which already.
She's
his older sister, Eve. She's amazing. She played 3-on-3 over there. She's great, man.
The whole family. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, to everybody in the chat, we are going to talk about Anthony Edwards and what he did last night. We'll talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he did last night. We'll talk about the Los Angeles flippers, whatever you want to call them. We'll talk about what they did last night or didn't do. We'll talk about, we can talk about Keontae. We'll also talk about the illegal poker and gambling activities that were going on and the NBA players and coaches that were arrested from that. We'll get into all of that, y'all. We'll break down every game. But as of right now, we're still in the crunch time chat segment. I'm going to read a few more Victor Wembanyama super chats, and then we'll move the conversation. But as of right now, Alan L. said Wemby had real talk begging for mercy last night. Absolute dominance. He's a top 3 big man in the league and a top 5 to 6 player in the world.
Didn't even look like AD was in his weight class. He's been better for a year now, but we had to wait until yesterday for it to be. That was the shining moment. That was the cherry on top. That was the light upon the hill.
Well, Mars, you were right about the 35 and 15. Just got the guy wrong.
I'm gonna be honest. Second half of Wemby's rookie season, who's pushing Pelicans AD. To me.
Well, last 40 games, he was at 27 and I think 11, if I remember, 26 and 11. I can't remember what it was.
That's the AD that was better than Kareem.
So basically, Wemby's already better than Kareem. Penn, is that kind of how the math works?
What
year Kareem? What year are we talking about again?
All
80,
of
That was 1979.
1979 Kareem. So Wemby's already cleared 79 Kareem, which
Yep.
A Kareem that many would actually argue was his best offensive version. But, you know.
Yeah, all of them.
Whoop it, you scoopity. Said OKC the only team that can realistically slow down Wemby. Y'all agree with
I
that?
think
if
Houston-
Wemby
no.
never misses mid-range jumpers.
Yeah, it depends
then
on how you're covering him. Size is still going to be the answer with Wemby. You still need
And
rebounding.
Houston have the most size.
Yeah. The question's going to be the defensive stuff because now Wemby didn't play against a real offensive threat last night, so he could kind of chill. But Wemby versus I'm curious to see because Jokic is typically Wemby's typically guarded Jokic one-on-one. But I'm curious to see now with Luke Cornett if they do the off-ball thing with Wemby because that to me is the next step. If they do that nonsense and they have Wemby floating off ball, versus all these bigs in the league, then
If Anthony Davis isn't a real offensive threat, who is?
Well, yeah, I mean, respect. Anthony Davis last year, yes. This Anthony Davis I saw last night.
And the reason why you saw that was because of Wemby's defense.
Well,
it had a lot to do with it.
It's two-way, right?
Yes.
But he hasn't been great in the preseason offense.
It can be multiple
He didn't
things.
look good to me, Anthony Davis.
It can
The
be
Anthony
multiple.
Davis I saw last year wasn't that amazing on offense, in my opinion. So.
I mean, he hasn't. He can't shoot. He can't shoot jumpers. He has to finish inside. He's not as mobile right now.
Like 2 threes in a row, so he can't shoot jumpers consistently. Okay.
No, he's not a jump shooter. Period. He's not a jump shooter.
He's been a jump
He
shooter.
doesn't
in the
know that.
past.
He doesn't know that.
Wait, hold on. But
He's not a 3-point shooter, or is he not a jump
he's not
shooter?
a mid-range shooter. He's not a mid-range shooter.
So his
either.
mid-range is just gone, is what you're saying.
He's only had one good year since 2000.
And that was 20. So that was 2020. That was it.
The 2020
so he can't
run,
shoot the mid-range anymore.
Yeah, in the 2020 bubble playoffs, he
that's
shot
interesting.
51% from mid-range.
Okay.
That's the
Which is
best
elite.
mid-range season he's ever had.
That was a hell of a run.
Which is elite, by the way.
And he hasn't had a positive mid-range shooting year, I think, since 2018.
What does that mean? So like how many
shot
mid-range
fellas.
jump shots am I
Yeah,
shooting?
He's a below-average mid-range shooter. Every other year he's been a Laker, and now through the Mavericks. Go ahead.
So
You can
who-
read the numbers, Mars. I know you're looking him up. He's not a good mid-range shooter or a good 3-point shooter.
Oh, he's been hovering around the low 40s, so he's been mid. That's right.
Mid.
Fellas,
So I'm average.
Fellas, chill. We'll come
No,
back
it's
to this.
below average.
We'll come back to whether
But he
we
also just
actually
shot first.
believe Wemby is a shooter or not. I'm gonna
Right.
read one more super chat and then we're gonna move to our next segment. It's from Huncho. Huncho said, "This nigga Wemby trained with KG, Hakeem, and Monks. Once he gets the secret sauce from LeBron on how to stay healthy, it's gonna be raps for real, for real."
He knows
Blood
And
clot
that second
LeBron.
sentence.
The way the FBI tapping in, I don't know when we want that source on how to stay healthy.
Facts.
Yeah, he might. No, man.
That's the thing, though. He has to stay healthy. That's probably the only thing that's stopping him from reaching his ceiling. And it's going to be hard at 7'5", I think, but he feels like a different type of athlete. He's he's doing all the yoga and Pilates, and he's already got the right mindset. He's not just going based on his athletic gifts already, just alone. He's doing all the right things. So all signs point to him staying healthy, and let's hope he does, because it would be a shame if we don't see it.
You know, I was thinking right now that I would love for him to work with Chris Paul, and then I realized he did it all last year. I have always believed that Chris Paul is this insane development cheat code for his younger teammates, and it just proves true over and over and over. Like when he plays with a young player, the next year that young player takes a step up in their basketball IQ because he actually takes the time to teach it. And I promise you, what I saw yesterday, as impressed as I was by the athleticism, bag work, the turnaround, the nastiness, the physicality, all of it, I just feel like the game slowed down for him a lot last year. And I know the Spurs development coaching staff is going to get a lot of credit for it. Bro, I wasn't born yesterday. I've been seeing Chris Paul do this since 2007. Okay. Blake Griffin got better. Shea got better. Literally every player this guy plays with gets better at that.
Even to your point, I know you don't care much for this dude, but DeAndre Ayton was looking really good with Chris Paul. And to me, I think DeAndre Ayton was looking good with Chris Paul. I mean,
top 10 center.
Yo,
Schroeder as well.
Yo,
His best
fellas,
year was that 22.
D-Book.
fellas, I hate to have to step in, but I love to have to move on to the next segment that we're about to get into. And this is our daily segment called the Fast Breakdown. We are going to break down all the NBA games that happened last night, starting with the game that we need to talk about. Starting with a leap that maybe we need to talk about. Is it a leap? Anthony Edwards?
It is a leap.
A leap?
Sure.
Hey,
Portland
that was a
Trailblazers?
great- that was a great game, Ron. I watched that whole game. I went up.
It was a good game.
That was a great game. I was enjoying that.
It's-
Shout out Jeremy Grant.
And so we got 41
That's
points
Jeremy
from
Grant.
Anthony Edwards, 7 rebounds, only 1 assist, but he was hooping. 5 for 10 from 3. The 3-ball's still there. Also on the other end for the Portland Trailblazers, Denny Avdia gave us 20 points. And off the bench, Jeremy Grant came with 29 points in 27 minutes. Went 10 for 14 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. Ox, you want to speak about it? You want to speak into it?
I just enjoyed the game. I think the Blazers looked really good last night. I know they didn't win the game, but they looked really good. Drew Holiday looks better than he looked last year. If you ask me, I think he's moving well. Happy to see that. The defense, bro, they just play great defense. I mean, Tamani, everybody was locked in on that defensive end. It took Anthony Edwards to really step up and get busy for them to win that game. The Blazers were in control of that game for 42 minutes of it, in my estimation. It was a good game, but the Blazers really let that one slip. I'm impressed by what I saw with them. That's all I got, Ron. I was just impressed. It was a really good game. Anthony Edwards had to really step up to win that one. So shout out to
you know what I immediately thought about watching that game and then coupled with the Utah game? We really ain't finna have no breaks in the West. I mean, because you gotta. I mean, every team, Pelicans even when they played yesterday, like you really gotta like show up. Or if the Utah Jazz are healthy, the Trailblazers are healthy, bro, like you're gonna be facing a lot of different kind of players, different offensive players, defenders, and then you play versus the Portland Trailblazers, bro. My goodness, like Denny, Shaden, Donovan, even Jeremy Grant.
Why you say like that? Like even Jeremy Grant. I don't understand what's.
Well, I'm saying
Jeremy Grant was horrific last year, but
we didn't know if he was going to be.
He was amazing last night and deserves full credit for how well he played.
So okay, he might have had one subpar year. But Jeremy Grant's been a baller since forever.
He's good.
It becomes hard to actually pick a game to watch, because all these teams in the West are so good. It's like, what do you turn on? But for that game, I agree, Ox. It was a great game. For the fans, I think I knew Ant was going to have a big night when we got the news that Mike Conley's not starting and Don DiVincenzo is going to be in the starting lineup. All of a sudden, Anthony Edwards' responsibility goes through the roof. He showed a lot of maturity, I think, on that last shot. I think at previous years he probably pulls up for 3, but he gets to his sweet spot there where he's made a couple already in the fourth quarter, and he steps back, and it felt like clockwork, just him hitting the sealer. So, but my thing with Ant is that it is a jump. I think he's going to be on track for first team All NBA this year, the first in his career. I think that's a necessary step for him.
But here, Damian, I think he should have won last year. I was on the record. I had him listed in my spot. No, Anthony Edwards.
Over Donovan Mitchell.
Yes. Easily. Like, not fair. Easily. Respect to Donovan. But yeah, I had him pretty solidified. Do you know how hard? I mean, because at this point, that fifth spot is like, everybody plays 65 games. We know who the 5 are. The question's going to be, do you get to 65?
Who's the 5?
Well, some people. I think you can
Jokic,
still make the argument. You can still make the argument.
Giannis, Wemby. Yeah.
You can still make the argument and over Wemby. Like that 5th spot I think is between those two if they're healthy. And went 5 for.
Hey, wait. Respect. Push agendas for Alfred Şengün if he maintains what he did in game 1.
No,
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
39-11-7. Hey, chill. 39-11-7 versus OKC. That's what I'm saying.
Let's be real.
That's gonna get it done. But Ant's 3-point shooting though is. I remember him. Yep. I remember coming out of Georgia. People were like, "Will this guy be consistently a good 3-point shooter?" But the level he's making it at the volume he's taking is actually unbelievable, really. And yeah, I think we can expect a lot of 40-point games from him this year. I think he could potentially lead the league in scoring. Julius Randle looked okay, but the ball's going to be in his hands a lot now with Conley coming off the bench. So very impressive.
Mad Max, this is a lie. Anthony Edwards, I had him first team All NBA last year, and through March 31st. Yeah, I think that's when the date I did it. He was the number 1 3-point volume shooter in the NBA last year. He was shooting 10+ attempts a game, 40%. So
he still led the league.
He led the league. Yeah.
But it dropped below 40 because there was some bad.
He went to like 39.5.
Yeah. That's it. And is incredible. He has legitimately become a 3-way monster. Like he is. His ability to get by, you get to the rim, but he also figured out how to save his legs, because a part of 3-point shooting, y'all, is saving your legs as an athletic player as well. Like, and you want more energy in the fourth quarter. Well, the more 3-pointers you can get up at a pretty high clip, you can still keep the scoring volume increased. But if you got to get downhill to finish or get to the mid range to be able to push off, that's where SGA can use. You know, if SGA figured out 3-point shot, then it's like it's cooked. You know,
Swiper. But let's continue to overreact since we've been doing. We're going to do that for the first game of the season. Let's continue to overreact, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Wemby's the best player of all time. The Clippers won more than 10 games.
At least top 5.
In this case, the Timberwolves are in trouble.
I don't think the Timberwolves played well last night.
They didn't.
They're in trouble.
I think being able to win against a team in Portland that most of us up here think are good, or at least decent, when you don't play well, is a good thing. You don't want to be a team that loses every time you don't play well. And I think Ant being able to close out the game was amazing. He went 5 for 8 from mid-range last night. Do with that information what you will. So seems to be working. Just the ability to close games. He played with a lot of pace in the intermediate areas yesterday, getting to his step back midi on Tamani to like ice the game, playing out the post.
Offensive foul.
I think I have a few offensive fouls like that.
The one on Jeremy Grant was offensive, I think.
If they ain't cool, they ain't cool. Like the KD timeout thing. But I think if Ant's added that extra layer to his game, and by all accounts, he's been working on it, watching it last night, it looked really poised and polished. He might be one of the more
just for context too,
in the NBA.
He ran 9 isolation possessions yesterday. 1.22 points per possession in isolation.
Insane.
All right, fellas.
He shot 1 for 7 on layups. So there's still room for improvement.
I'm pretty sure we'll come back to this game. We got some super chats related to it, so I know we're going to actually talk about this game a little later. But this is the fast breakdown, so we are going to move on to the next game that we have, and that is between two powerhouses out east, the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Garden. The Cavs didn't get it done against the Knicks yet again. Maybe the soft tag is real. The Knicks beat them by a score of 119 to 111. For the Knicks, OG Anunoby was hooping. 24 points, 12 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 23 points. Karl Anthony Towns did, in fact, end up starting and playing 30 minutes. He had 19 points and 11 rebounds. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, no Darius Garland. Sam Merrill started for him. Donovan Mitchell, as you would suspect, led them in scoring with 31 points. Evan Mobley had 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Chill, can you talk to me about this game? Or you have thoughts on this?
It looked like Coach Atkinson kind of got out the gate slow. I think that he was pacing his crew, just like Donovan Mitchell was doing that early on, and it was to their detriment. They got going slow. Even though I loved how Evan Mobley got started, I loved his aggressiveness. I loved the fact that he was just looking at the basket more than he did in the past. Not only was he looking at the basket more than he did in the past, he was looking at it in different ways. Like, he was more confident in the long ball. But Donovan Mitchell ended up getting going in the third quarter, and that kind of tipped the scale on the game and got them back in the game. I think the difference in that game was on the glass. I think that the Knicks destroyed them on the glass. I think they beat them 17-8 in second chance points. There was an offensive rebound that OG Anunoby had ended up picking up with both Jared Allen, Dean Wade, and I think the kid Porter was underneath the rim. And it came off the glass, and OG Anunoby, who wasn't blocked out, comes in, gets the rebound, fires it out to the corner to Jordan Clarkson for 3 while Cleveland is on the run, and it was a back-breaking 3. And I think
chill. I hate to have to cut you off, but there's just been breaking news that the Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat's Terry Rozier have been placed on immediate leave by the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. After a good game like that,
facing separate charges, by the way, just to clarify, facing separate charges.
Would you like to speak into that, Swiper? Chill. We'll get back to that game, but this is crazy breaking news. So we'll circle back around to all the games. Swiper, would you like to speak into what's going on and all of that stuff, and like set the table for everybody that doesn't know?
Sure. So the FBI has been investigating somewhat in partnership with the NBA on the Terry Rozier front, because Terry Rozier is facing allegations of sports betting, sports prop betting. In particular, there have been instances of reporting where he was betting the under on some of his own performances, and then he would find himself leaving the game with time left on the clock and say that he was out because of injuries. So there's a thread that they're following connected from Jonte Porter to Malik Beasley, all alleged, by the way. Jonte Porter to Malik Beasley to Terry Rozier. These are the 3 players that we have named so far in this investigation. Now, they're separate investigations, but it's a part of a greater strategy by the FBI to target sports prop betting among players, coaches, and or other associates that are associated with the NBA. That's one. On the other end, Chauncey Billups is under investigation under similar charges, if you remember, that Gilbert Arenas faced this last year in participating in a high-stakes poker game that is also being co-financed, co-operated, or co-led by the mafia. And in this instance, they are alleging that Chauncey Billups participated in games in which they were scamming and or cheating millions to tens of millions of dollars in these poker games that he was either directly or indirectly benefiting from, with direct or indirect knowledge about what exactly was happening during these high-stake poker operations. These are all alleged accounts. They have not been charged with anything, but just for context, if the FBI gets involved at this level, typically what that means, especially if they've done years worth of investigation, that they have gained enough information to make a credible arrest that should it go to trial and should it go to court, they would be able to prove with a reasonable amount of information that you did indeed commit these crimes. So the first part is we have enough evidence to make an arrest. Well, the first part is we have enough evidence to make an investigation. The second part is we have enough evidence to make an arrest. And now the third part is we have enough evidence then to charge you based on these different crimes. Now, Ox, the final thing is the difference between is Chauncey Billups' case. It can either be participation in the games and betting via an illegal means, meaning outside of a sanctioned gambling site that is paying taxes to the federal government, or the big one is racketeering.
Right.
That Chauncey Billups was helping to organize these events. Now, we don't know what the details of that is or how involved he is, but that would be the final big step that they were.
Right. Well, they said
Yo, Ox, right quick, Ox. I want to read this statement that the NBA just dropped. This is just tweeted by Shams. The NBA statement on Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier being placed on immediate leave from their respective teams. The NBA said, quote, and I quote, "We are in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations to the utmost seriousness, and the integrity of our game remains our top priority." It seems as if the NBA has true aspirations to get down to the bottom of this. Ox, as you were saying?
Yeah, so I was up early. I forgot my kids didn't have school this morning, so I was up early, just kind of, going through these things and watched a couple of.
Why are the kids out of school? Why are the kids out of school? Go to school.
That's what I said. It's parent teacher conferences today and tomorrow. So they just, I don't know. I guess the parents need to, whatever. I'm like, yo, parent teacher conferences are not. They need to be in school. But either way, I was up. I forgot that they didn't have school, and so I was reading it and watching different press conferences. I saw the Cash Patel press conference as well, and Terry Rozier's is specifically the prop betting in giving information in that game in March of 23, where they all of a sudden there was a bunch of those bets, and then he left like 7 minutes into the game, and then Chauncey Billups, like you said, Sniper, is with the poker tournaments and the poker games and stuff, like what happened with Gilbert, and Damon Jones is both. So Damon Jones is being investigated for both the poker games and giving inside information to people about what prop bets to place. So it's and mind you, like you said, Swiper, if the feds come get you, they've done a lot of investigating. Cash Patel said investigating this for about 3 years.
Yeah, the NBA is never
just so you know,
moment,
just so you know, Ron.
A dull moment.
So you know, Ron, in 2023, that was just 2 years ago, the FBI had a 1% acquittal rate. That means that if you go to trial with the FBI, 99% of those guys are going to prison. 99% of them. So if they are after you, they're not like the local police. They're not like the state police. They've done their homework. They bring you in and they ask you questions like, tell us what we don't know. That's what they ask you. They don't play games with you like, where were you yesterday? No, we know the whole story. This is what we know. We lay out everything. This is what you were gambling. This is who you were gambling with. This is where you were. Tell us what we don't know. And once we get to that point, most criminals in that case, they say, quote, what do you want to know? Because they know they're in trouble at that point.
And to put another point on this, this investigation had been ongoing for 2 years on the prop betting side with Terry Rozier. The FBI and Stephen A. Smith brought this up. He said this on the sports show on First Take, that this was a very targeted time of arrest. They had a joint arrest made on behalf of the FBI of both Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups at 6 a.m. on different sides of the country. One in Portland, one in Orlando. They had waited for the opening night of the NBA to commence to generate as much eyes and as many eyes and as much TV time as possible. They waited up until the NBA started on purpose. Stephen A. Smith is alleging that the president of the United States has, based on informed conversations he has an incentive to make as public as possible these arrests and these investigations into the NBA. And just for people to note, as Chill talked about, the level of crimes that the FBI director is aware of, which in this instance is Kash Patel, is significant. Meaning the FBI director, they are aware of espionage, sabotage at the highest level, political coups in countries around the world. It is interesting to me, Chill, that the director of the FBI then would say that he needs to be present for a press conference around sports gambling involving two, really, from a global scale, very insignificant figures in organized crime. So Stephen A. Smith is alleging that this is very much, just as much as it is a serious issue, this is also, they are making a public spectacle of the NBA right now on purpose, and as a means to either embarrass the league, as a means to distract from other things. But this is this is a big deal, Ron. This reverberates throughout the league. Damon Jones was also another person that was caught up in this. The Athletic released an article that he indeed, when LeBron James was missing games, he then found out through another, in this instance, co-conspirator who alerted Damon Jones of these things. He then told other people about this, and then they took the under on the games, or they took whoever was playing against the Lakers, they would take that team to win the game. So these are little instances of cheating that some players and coaches might not view as cheating. But when you are in the gambling circuit, the house, which in this instance would be Vegas, or be the gambling sites, whether it be FanDuel, whether it be, whatever, whichever organization you want to say, BetGM, they are incentivized for the federal government to regulate gambling as much as possible, because there's one thing that the house does not want to do, and that is lose. And when they find out that the game is rigged against them, they will send tens of millions of dollars in your direction to make sure that the problem of cheating is rectified, because they will not be on the opposite end of a bad hand. This is going deep, Chill. This is just the start, because we've been in the betting world for what, 3 years, Penn? 4?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is brand new. We had Jonte Porter last year, Damon Jones, Terry Rozier, and now we have Chauncey Billups. Yeah, this is all the very, very beginning of all this.
It's not going to stop either. Just so y'all are aware, or so you're clear about that. It's not going to stop. You can't put gambling in front of these dudes and think that it's going to stop. It's not.
Well, in fact, not only is it not going to stop, it's going to make it worse. I mean, ESPN has a show. It's called ESPN Bet, where they dedicate a half an hour to just betting.
Insane.
Right? They dedicate a half an hour to just money lines, right? DraftKings sponsors the NBA. And again, I'm not objective to any of this stuff. And the reason why is because, sponsorship pays bills. Let's be clear about that. I have no issue with that. But Ox, what you can't do is you can't flood the street with crack and then not expect people to start smoking crack. You can't do it. You can't. And that's exactly what's been going on here. We hit
that pipe, Ron.
That's exactly what's going on here. I mean, what betting is now, Ron. Betting has become the norm, and it hasn't just become the norm from the everyday man. No, players are now more involved in this than they've ever been. They know what money lines are. They know what over or under. They know what more and less is. They know what all of these things are, and because they know what all of these things are, it's much less difficult today to get involved in it and not be detected as it was in the past. Way different. Like you had to have a bookie. You had to have. Now I can go through 3 or 4 people and make it look like I'm not doing anything. But I mean, it's just so much money that's involved in it now that it's really difficult to keep these guys out of it.
It's just easier to cheat than it's ever been before, right? If I'm being for real, like if you're a trainer, if you're a friend of a player, and you know that player is like really motivated before that game, he slept real well and whatever, you just take the over. You know he's going off that game. And it's like there's so many people. And Michael Porter Jr. talked about it this offseason where he said, you know, if I can get my homies paid, just let them know I'm about to go off tonight. How are you supposed to prove that? If they make a couple $1,000s on a bet, like going over on Michael Porter Jr., how are you supposed to prove that they had inside information?
Yeah, so if I say I'm going over, am I actually doing something that's illegal? If I'm telling you that I'm going to play hard as I can tonight and I'm going to score 40, you still got to go do it. So that's where the grounds of illegal, immoral, where they get a little murky. Because remember, Anthony Edwards said only way you MVP in this league is if you got to go off against these bad teams. You got to go score 40 against the Wizards. You got to go score 40 against the Kings. You got to go score 40 against these other teams that are awful in the garbage. And I think in this instance, like, it becomes really, really muddy on how the NBA is going to regulate this.
Either way,
Ron, how can you?
It's inside information. Either way,
Ron, how can you prove? You know, tomorrow we play. I don't know. We play Washington, and I got a history of getting busy against Washington. Ron, take the over tomorrow because I'm gonna smoke these dudes.
You don't even have to tell me, Cho. Like human behavior is predictable. You could have told me yesterday at 1 a.m. that I was going to come up here and talk shit for the entire episode about the Raptors and Wemby. Like, you know me for the last year and a half. You know I was going to do that.
Correct.
It's the same thing when it comes to, you know, players and their circles, right? Like, you know your guy. You've known him for 8 years. You know he's going off on that matchup. He's pissed off at that player for this reason or that reason. The betting houses, like the casinos, they have inside information. Yesterday, when it was announced that Karl-Anthony Towns would be out, I promise you, before it was announced, all the odds went down for the Knicks, right? And then what happened? Karl-Anthony Towns plays. You know how many people lost money yesterday betting the over, betting the spread against the Knicks, and then you find out that he's playing? Like, how much money the casinos knew? I guarantee you, before we knew, they knew. And it's the same thing with maybe somebody, you know, on the inside, an agent or an insider leaks to them, like, yo, the Clippers look really trash today. I'm watching shoot around. They look real trash.
And there's a
chance they're going to lose.
Just to finalize how big of a point this is and why the NBA is in a hotbed, Ron, and why this is such a big issue. Based on some of the reporting, and you can read inside the ESPN article, there are some news sites and organizations that are alleging that things got so bad for Jonte Porter that there were threats being made on his life because of sports betting and because of the debt that he owed. So this is why this is such a big deal, because if you're getting
it's because the magnitude of the money that they're playing with, because they're
this is where the mafia thing gets really, really murky, because you got to remember, this whole thing happened with Gil, this whole thing happened with Chauncey Billups. If you don't, and Ron, I'm sure you're aware, if you work with the mafia, or you've been in investigative crime, or you've done journalism, read journalism, any of this stuff, if you get in these situations with the mafia, they are an unregulated force of their own justice system. If you are in debt to these people for $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $5 million, what happens is they then put pressure on you in ways that are off the books to make sure they get the money, either by closing a business, by making you cheat, making you do whatever, or if you're in enough debt to make you start your own organized poker crime ring in which you're now getting all of your friends and family involved. Now, again, I'm not saying that anybody did that, but this is the pressure that you're under. So this is why the mafia being involved in the NBA is such a big deal, because now you have players that are potentially putting themselves in danger and their loved ones in danger, all because of sports betting, and now that it's been legalized in the United States.
And remember,
it's not regulated on that side, Ron. So that's the problem. It's like they have regulation in the league, but they don't have regulation once you get outside of those buildings.
And remember, too, like to Swiper's point, like killing you, that's bad for business. We don't want to do that because, one, we're not going to get paid. And two, it's going to shine a light on us. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do, though, is we want to get our money. And how do we do that? We got to get to other people. The FBI, who... I've been around this stuff in the past, right? Because I worked in the penitentiary for 2 years. The FBI, they know everything about you. They know about who your mom is dating. They know about who her friends are. They know, Ron, I promise you, I know where you went shopping for underwear. I know what you ate yesterday. I know what time you ate yesterday. I know who you ate with yesterday. I know who you called at 3 o'clock in the morning. I know all of that stuff. Everything.
They know I had ice cream with my side chick yesterday.
I know that you had ice cream with your side chick at 2:45 at the spot across town because you didn't want to be detected. I know all of that stuff. We're not just investigating you. We're investigating everything about you. Everything that goes on with you, everything that you do. Whatever you do, we on it. Everything. So when Chauncey Billups gets arrested or when Terry Rozier gets arrested, they come to these people. They come to these people when they sit across the table from them and they open up their books, push it in front of them. Mars, this is everything that we know about you. We're not going to play any games with you. This is everything that we know about you. Tell me what I don't know. Tell me something that I don't know. And once you bust it, why do you think these guys cop deals? Why do you think most of these things don't go to trial? And the reason why is because the FBI already has done their due diligence. They've done all their homework. So when they come to you, we already know what it is.
They turn the pressure so loud. They have trained investigators who are like in the interrogation. They know everything about you. They show up, as you said, but then they are expert manipulators in those situations to get you so desperate that you're going to give up all your friends. Wait till this impacts an NBA star. That's when this shit is going to get real bad.
They have
right now it's Terry Rozier and it's Jonte Porter,
right, and Damon Jones.
Respectfully, absolutely insignificant players, you know. But wait till it is a star player.
One of the things I found out working in the penitentiary is when these people, whether it's an athlete, whether it's a drug dealer, I don't care how hard you are, Ron, when they hear those years and now your freedom is in question. The first question that they ask from the most hardened drug dealer, what do you want to know? Because I'm not going to jail for 40 years for this. I'm not going down by myself. When they hear 25 years, what do you want to know?
Boy. Well, y'all, that is a lot to develop, or that's a lot to just digest. It's a lot developing. We'll definitely keep a close eye on this. We'll definitely keep our ears to the streets, and we will update you guys on what we find out, and we'll definitely be here to talk about it. We are going to transition into a new segment. Fellas, I know I said we were going to do a draft today. We are pivoting on the spot, thanks to Victor Wembanyama. Today, we will be ranking or essentially giving the people our top 12 most exciting players to watch this season. Not the players you're most excited to watch, the 12 most exciting players for this season. Fellas, each and every one of you guys is going to get 2 picks. We're going to go around the room and we are going to figure out who are the 12 most exciting players in the 2025-26 season. Chat, y'all talk to me. Let me know if you guys got some names, or let me know if we're missing out on any names. We're going to go ahead and get into it right now. Mars, I haven't heard from you for a little bit, buddy. You want to kick us off with the best or the most exciting player to you to watch out for this season?
Wemby.
It's pretty easy. Hey, that wasn't too hard. All right, I think Wemby's on all of our lists. I think that's once again pretty easy. Penn, who do you got next?
Well, he took one of mine, so I'm gonna go with the other guy, Scotty Barnes. Triple-double watch last night.
The list is cooked.
The list is cooked. Well,
This isn't our personal list, Ron, right?
No, it's not our personal list. It is literally
Okay.
the 12 most exciting players.
I mean, the
The-
list
hey,
is
Mhm.
cooked.
hey, if we were giving this
Consensus
to if we were giving this list to a kid in China or somebody in India that had never watched the NBA game, this would be like, these are the 12 players you really want to watch if you want to get into basketball. But hey,
oh,
Scotty
well,
Bar-
now that you mentioned that, I have to rethink my answer. Let me think. Yeah, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
9 assists last night, diming it up, playing good defense, playing within the offense. I don't even think he played that well, and they blew the Hawks out. Look, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't gonna win MVP this year because Wemby probably got that on lock. Jokic, those guys, but he gonna make an All NBA team
What?
this year.
all right.
Scotty
Damien.
Barnes for all league.
And
Let's
that's why I
all
told
pro.
y'all
Let's.
they were gonna
I'm
win
here
last
for it.
night.
I'm here for it, Penn.
Damien, you're talking to somebody that you've never met before. And you know they don't watch basketball. Who were you telling them to look out for?
Well, if that's the criteria, and I saw what I saw from Ja Morant last night, how he looked, how explosive he is, how he can fill arenas with his athleticism alone, I think he's one of the most exciting players to watch when he's healthy. So based on that criteria, I'm gonna give you Ja Morant for this year.
Mhm.
Shout out Ja. Swiper, what you got for me?
Just in general, if I'm talking to a bunch of Rons and who are the most exciting players in the league, who's been named so far on the list, Ron? Wemby,
Wemby, Square Bones, and John Morant.
John Morant. Up next, I'm gonna go with my dog, Sick'em Bears, BJ Edgecombe.
I knew you were gonna do that.
If you want to watch a rookie set a record for the opening day in the history of the sport, if you want to watch a rookie fly high from the Raptors, if you want to watch a rookie play two-way ball, if you want to watch a rookie be coached by the great Scott Drew at Baylor University, you want to see how in the world do Baylor basketball players walk into the league and look so good? You got to start at the roots. You got to go all the way back to Waco. You got to go all the way back to BU. You got to go all the way back to Sick'em Bears. Because I told y'all VJ Edgecombe was going to be like that. That boy is good. Special. Did you see the way he looked versus the Boston Celtics? Jalen who? Derek who? I wish Jason Tatum was there, chill, so he'd had a real challenge. That's what I wanted to see. Shout out to VJ Edgecombe. That boy is dirty, chill. Everybody, if Cooper Flagg wasn't in the league, he would be the runaway rookie of the year. I think it's going to be a neck-and-neck race all season. VJ, he would be the #1 overall pick in so many drafts. He was underrated coming into the draft because people said that there's no way he wasn't going before 3. I said before the draft, Penn, I don't even do the draft stuff like Penn does. I said before the draft, this dude was going to be special. I'm telling you, Penn, that what you saw last night, he's going to do that multiple times this season. And again, he might not play exactly like him. I already said it. 2017 Donovan Mitchell, I see VJ Edgecombe. He got it all. And he can shoot. He can get downhill. He can defend. Chill. He got that dog in him that you love. What's his number? What's his number? What's his number?
77.
What's his
Till
number?
Kyle Lowry retires.
Get them 7-7s up. Ox, put your hands up. Get those 7s up. I want to see a 77 on Ox's wall. You love two-way players? Put them on the board.
I know for a fact, Ron, that Danny
Good
Ainge was trying to pull the okie doke. He 100% was trying to do that. That's why he told Philly, I know you don't like this guy at number 3, but you probably like him at 5. So let us move up because we'll pick your guy and then we'll
Try
give
to Tatum him
you.
again.
We'll get. When in reality, VJ was his guy. VJ was 100% his guy. And if they would have moved up, he would have took VJ, and I'm not giving him to you guys.
Hey, I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan, chill.
No.
It only took a few years. It took one player, and I'm all the way on board. Ron, look at you, Ron, with that stink face on your face. VJ Edgecombe better than your favorite player.
No,
He better than your favorite player.
I got a stink face because you right. Hey, that boy dirty. That
He got
boy
his-
nasty.
He got.
Hey, I'm Swiper. I'm watching the game.
Talked last night. That's why you got.
I'm watching the game, and I look, and it says 9 points. The rest of the Sixers, 11 points. VJ Edgecombe. It was at that moment that I knew. Hey, and Morris, the 11 that he came out with, I'm talking about came out. I think he got a layup. I don't remember what his first bucket was.
No, his
He hit
first
a three.
his first bucket, he got to the free throw line, but he tried to punch on Cato.
Yeah,
That's what he tried to. He tried to. I was like, yeah, okay.
The very next play, hit a three. I'm talking about no hesitation. Ball ain't even touched his hands yet. He already shooting it. The very next play, I go from right to left. I'm pretty sure this is Derek White guarding him. I go right to left, snatch back. Derek White's going that way. I'm going to the rim. Jaylen Brown jumps. He flies over Jaylen Brown like, hey, buddy, how's the air up here? See ya. Slams it in. I seen that and I said, oh.
Mars gets on
Philly
my
got
case
one
because we just had a half an hour, 45-minute segment on Wemby and what Wemby can be. Mars, because what we're about to do right now, right here on the panel is we are going to have an intervention. Mars, it's time, brother.
Oh no, yeah, you ain't gonna tell me.
it-
Yeah, I
it-
know
it's
why. So
time,
that man couldn't leave the floor. Yeah, I know why.
I just want to make sure Mars it's time.
Ain't no need for an intervention. I'm not in denial.
What's the intervention, Mars? What am I missing?
Yeah,
Joel
what's the
Embiid
time
had
for?
4 points.
You ain't see what Joel Embiid look
Oh
like?
no,
One
I
for
didn't know
nine.
that was your intervention. Yeah, he just doesn't need to play for a while, Mars. He just doesn't need to play for a while.
Yeah, I'm not about to live in denial. I know what I watched. I ain't gonna. There's no propaganda.
I felt bad watching him chill.
This is the thing, right? When it comes to the Joel Embiid stuff, everything I've said has been about hoping and saying that if he's healthy, he's still one of them ones. If I'm watching that, like, I'm not about to just start lying for the sake of lying. Like, I'm not going to deny what my eyes watch. What I've always been saying is if he can get back right, and what I just watched, yeah, GG's, man. Like if he has great game, shout out to him. Until I can see that man move like he used to, it is what it is. Like,
And I think that we're going to get and
The
what we're
Sixers
going to
have
get
a 3-guard rotation of
The
Jared
McCain,
McCain,
Tyrese
Maxey,
Maxey,
and VJ Edgecombe.
Maxey,
Four
And they
guard
can actually
rotation.
play together.
And
Hey, you better
Grimes,
put
and Grimes.
You better
Wait,
put
what's
some
gonna
respect
happen-
on Quentin
what's gonna happen with
Grimes.
Jared
No.
McCain?
Maxey also.
Mm-hmm.
Maxey's
That is
in.
insane.
But
He
but
didn't
think
say
about it. But
Maxey
think
like
about it.
that.
Think about it.
Who
They
was you
hit.
saying Maxey
hey,
was worse than?
They hit in the 2020 draft with Maxey. They hit in the 2020 draft with Maxey. They hit in the 24 draft with Jared McCain. They hit in the 25 draft with VJ Edgecombe. And then, out of nowhere, they managed to pluck Quentin Grimes out of the Mavericks organization. They have 4 guards that are 2025 hoopers. And I'm telling you, like, whenever they do decide to move on from Embiid, and I hope he gets healthy, they're going to be one of the funnest league pass teams in the sport. No.
I mean, they already are.
Easy.
Bro, that's crazy, dog.
Yo, does somebody got this playing in the background?
No.
So that's me.
Yes, that's you.
Somebody got what?
Watching the panel on a second screen or something.
No.
All right, well, we have Wemby, Scotty Barnes, Ja Morant, and VJ Edgecombe so far. Chilltown, talk to me. Most exciting players for the 25-26 season.
That's simple. A guy that y'all left out. LeBron James. It's easy.
Yeah.
Most of you guys don't want to
I'm
see
with
him.
it, Joe. I'm with it
Yes,
all the way.
most of you guys don't want to see him, but the masses, they can't wait to see him on this Laker team. Yes. Even if it's him failing, they want to see it. 100% they do.
I mean, I'm not gonna protest it.
I mean, yeah, it's
low-hanging
LeBron.
answer.
LeBron's always the answer. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, I
LeBron's
picked
always the
Scotty
answer.
Barnes. I have no right to judge you. Okay.
LeBron is always a good answer. If the question is anything good, say LeBron. People will agree. Like,
Hey, kids out there, if you have a test and you don't know the answer, just write LeBron. It's a 50-50 chance you'll get it right.
yeah, you got a shot. You got a shot for sure.
Big Ox, who are you rocking with?
I'm gonna choose somebody that I'm finally happy. The world is gonna see.
Can't hear you, Ox.
Turn your mic up.
Mic up.
Your mic is good. Just turn it up. That's all. Yeah, you good.
Turn it up. Y'all hear me better now?
No.
Hey, Ox.
No.
Hey, Ox.
What about now?
It sounds like
Speak
they
from
don't
your
want us to
chest.
hear what you have to say. Yeah.
What about now?
Nope.
Put some bass in your voice, son.
Chill. I'm really surprised you did not pick Laurie
know.
Markkinen.
I don't know what's going on. My mic been
Really
I'm not
surprised.
there yet. I'm not. We getting there though. Don't worry.
After they whooped the
Ron?
brakes off the Clippers last night, they were beaten up by
hear
damn
you,
near
just
40.
It's really low. Yeah, it's just your levels, Ox.
All right,
That's all.
was
with
30
James Harden on the
47
floor.
to 80.
With James Harden on the floor. With Kawhi Leonard on the floor.
How
with
is that not?
Zubac, all of them dudes. And they
crazy?
Oh, we're talking about the Jazz.
Do you know how crazy the NBA is that that's not the biggest story of the game? Or that's not
He
the
still
biggest
has
story of the
another
day?
pick, Penny. He might pick him next time.
That is true.
All right, Big Ox, who you got?
Who do I have again? Oh, that's right. I'm picking somebody that the world is finally gonna see, and the world is finally gonna pay attention to.
Oh, Zach.
Y'all picked Victor Wembanyama, and his running mate, De'Aaron Fox, is the proper pick. It's gonna be so exciting down there in San Antonio when De'Aaron Fox finally steps onto that court. And the most beautiful thing about it is the world is gonna finally see how good De'Aaron Fox is at basketball. So. I got Foxy.
I'm excited for Fox.
Okay. All right, we're going to circle back around. Everybody has made their picks. The first 6 we got is Wemby, Scotty Barnes, John Morant, VJ Edgecombe, LeBron James, and De'Aaron Fox. Mars, who do you got next?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
It's so funny, man. Ant legitimately in another era, Mars could have been like, man, that could be the best player in the world right there. Look at him. Special. He's young. He can do it all. But damn, he just.
Where does Ant Edwards? It's 2000. What I want you to do, Swiper, rewind the clock. It's 2005. Where does Ant Edwards fall in the pantheon of two?
So right with Wade and Kobe.
Where does he fall in the pantheon of
Shaq is old, and you know he's on his dirt,
running
making
around.
first team All NBA still.
And he the second or third best two guard in the league. It's Kobe, and then like you can discuss him.
Wayne Wade.
And Wade. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be where it would be.
Because T-Mac, Houston T-Mac, in my opinion, ain't as good as Orlando T-Mac.
And then
so he's
Gilly
second
came
or
right
third,
after.
probably
Gilly.
third, but he's second or third.
Yeah,
probably.
And then but then you have to think you got Duncan, Dirk.
Oh yeah,
Kevin
I forgot
Garnett.
about Manu's existence.
Yeah, Manu. Well, man, he better than Manu, obviously. Then you got Duncan.
Then he
Dirk.
better than D-Wade too.
2005?
Yeah, then he better than D-Wade too.
Wow.
So,
What?
then he's second.
Second.
Manu win.
Man, he's gonna grow. He's gonna keep growing, man. But like, I'm just maybe Mars. You don't watch anime, but I just feel like. Does anybody ever watch anime? Anybody seen Attack on Titans up here? Nobody? Not one person?
Yeah. Attack on Titan.
No, you haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. So Victor Wembanyama is colossal. If you watch Attack on Titan, that's who Victor Wembanyama is. You can literally Google AOT pin, put in colossal, and then you can see what it looks like. That's Wemby. If I'm kind of stuck at this point that if Ant was in another era, I think he can move up higher. The problem is you got Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Shea, and then you look all the way up, and there's a Titan walking around that's literally just breaking walls down. So you know what I mean? Like Wemby is just such a force, dude. Like I just think the baton is gonna pass. You ask me, it's gonna be especially for Ron and Ox, it's gonna be Giannis, Jokic. It's gonna get passed right to Wemby. Cause I think Wemby about to take it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Special stuff, dude. My Ant's next.
All right. Shout out Ant. He definitely deserves to be on this list.
And is next.
Next up, Swiper, who do you have?
Interesting.
I will take the guy that you're thinking about if you don't take him.
Well, you go first then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nikola Jokic.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I am very excited to see. Like, I was gonna say Luka, so that super Luka Glazer in the chat can just chill out. I was gonna say Luka, but then I realized in order to watch Luka Doncic play basketball, you also have to watch DeAndre Ayton play basketball. So I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm gonna go with Jokic. I am going to appreciate watching him not have to break his back carrying this Nuggets team through a regular season. I'm going to enjoy watching him have secondary, tertiary, I don't even know what the word for fourth creators on the court with him. I'm just excited to see Quadiary. Is that the word? Okay, Quadiary.
I don't know.
Learn something new every day, and if you don't, we just invented a word on PC. Shout outs to Cho. I am just enjoying the idea because look, when you have a basketball, the best way I could describe Nikola Jokic is like the grandmaster of all grandmasters when it comes to chess. when you give him more pieces, the right pieces, especially off the bench, you give him that double big with Val. There's just so much experimentation that Adelman can go to now. And I'm just excited to see it all come together because I just think that Yoke is like, he's a little bit like Magic, a little bit like Bird, where it's like the new pieces around him will now activate him even more. So I'm excited to see the season play out. I do think the Denver Nuggets will come out of the West. Nothing I saw from the OKC Thunder really moved me off of that. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see,
by the way, Pin,
the greatest player of our generation, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Yes, the greatest player, of the 2020s. Sorry, let me not put him in LeBron talks. LeBron and Jokic, okay, over the last 25 years.
Don't put him in the Wemby talk.
Sorry,
just Euro.
Okay, Euro. Past that. So, point being, I'm just excited to see what he can do, and I think he's still ascending. And again, I just think that he's the type of player that will benefit from more players being good around him. And I'm just,
By the way, so just so people understand. So if you go through, is primary is first, secondary is second, tertiary is third, quaternary is fourth, quinary is fifth, centenary is sixth, septenary is seventh, octenary is eighth, nonary is ninth, and denary, denary is 10th. Just for our, so
We're
the,
educated
I don't know who
Shout
the
out
denary.
Dinero.
Yeah, there's only one team that has a denary ball handler. And that's probably going to end up being OKC Thunder. But, whenever we want to use those words in the future, there you go.
All right, y'all. We're going to keep it pushing. Damian, who do you got most exciting players this season? Talk to me.
I think the next guy on the list has to be Luka. I think opening night, 43 points. It looked easy. Still one of the most polarizing guys in the league. Sometimes looks uninterested, but then will launch from 35, all net. Like, just crazy. Can he slide his feet this year and give me some defensive highlights? But I think Luka's box office. I think he's going to have nights this year where he's 60, 10, and 8. I think it's going to be crazy. And I think the Lakers going to need it as well. I think there's a lot of Lakers fans that don't want LeBron there, but you saw what it looks like when LeBron's not there. And there's a lot of offensive burden that's falling on Luka, and you're going to have some special performances because of it. So I think Luka would be a name I definitely would be watching this year.
Mm-hmm. All right, Luka Doncic, with no surprise, he is on this list. Swiper, have you figured out the direction you want to go?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be a man, okay? And I'm going to stand on my 10s. Because I said that the breakout player of the year is going to be a guy. I'm going to stand on it, and I'm also including the game he played yesterday. Put Anthony Black. All right. I want y'all to realize that Anthony Black is going to take a nice leap this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a part of watching the Magic as a whole. The Magic, I'll put the Magic on the list as the, who you need to pay attention to this year. And then the subheader underneath the Magic, it's going to be Anthony Black. I think Anthony Black is going to be a really good player in a lot of spots for them this year. I'm excited to see how he looks. He's going to develop that jump shot that we so love to see. He's a really good defender already. They need another player next to Desmond Bane. I watched Jalen Suggs Desmond Bane yesterday. I was just like, I'm telling y'all, just give us some time.
Yep.
Just give us some
23
time.
minutes he got, which was good.
Yeah, just give us some time. I'm telling you, at Mars, you're rolling your eyes in your neck now like a chicken. I'm just saying, just give it about 35 games, Mars. Anthony Black, he gonna move up your list, and then you can be like, man, like, how did he know? So I'm excited, man. Anthony Black, man. Shout out to my dog, man.
I'm kind of disappointed that no one picked Matas Buzelis.
Well, you could have picked.
I could have picked him, and then I left Jokic to you. But then I didn't know if you were going to pick Jokic, and I couldn't leave Jokic.
I watch Jokic every day, so I
Pin, do you do that as a way to get the third pick? Like, I still got a pick to make.
Oh,
you do that every time. Let me pick my test and just sit back.
Boy, your mic is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Alex, you might need to. Hey, Alex, make your pick, and then you might need to log off and log back on.
Your mic heard what you were saying and decided to turn itself down.
Well, Pin picked for me already. I was picking Matas, so
that's amazing.
Matas.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
all right. Big Ox is rocking with Matas Buzelis. I love the pick. I think it's a great pick. Last but not least, Chill. Who would you like to select?
Well, part of me was thinking from the Chinese influence, this kid up in Portland.
Ooh,
yes, that's part of me was thinking that we got the Kling and the Yang combination going on there. But then I'm thinking about where we are today and the hype of what the Orlando Magic are going to be. So I'm really looking forward, not just me, I think people are really looking forward to seeing what Paolo is going to turn into this season. And I think they want Paolo to be not what Wemby is, but what they think he's going to be this season. Because the consensus on Orlando is they're going to make a deep playoff run. They're going to be a championship contending team. Paolo's going to be one of the best bigs in the game. That jump shot's going to get better. His scoring is going to get better. His ability to rebound is going to get better. And I think that's what everybody is anticipating. So I'm going to go with Paolo Banchero. I love that kid.
Sure. Would you believe that we had an entire episode this offseason devoted to debating Wemby versus Paolo?
We did do that. Yes, we did.
Would you also believe
we have time to delete it? We can delete it.
If you can remember this, when we were ranking players, I had Wemby at 4. I think Mars also had him in the top 10. So did Penn. I can't remember who was on the show that day.
I put him at 3.
But what happened was
we
relitigated said list. Wemby fell to 14th.
We do not know ball.
One of the worst eras in the history of PC, okay, was putting Victor Wembanyama on 14th going into this season, which is that was just
who
heinous.
created the downfall.
I don't know. I'm not going to blame anyone. We're a team, so we all share the burden. We lose together, we win together. You know, shout out. We lose together, we win together. Ron, you know, when he gets this $1 million deal, we all get a piece of that $1 million deal.
Monks? Did you go study with the monks as well? This very
I'm
peaceful,
just, you know what?
graceful swiper.
No, there's
swiper. You got the white on. You take the glasses and the hat off. You might blend in.
True. I have been doing a lot of different things, but you know what, Ron? I'm really thinking about this year. I don't want to. You know, Mars said he hates narratives, even though he's engaged in narratives this summer. But the NBA started yesterday. So he said he's done with it. Chill. We're talking ball. Right. Started on Tuesday. I want to stay in the basketball bag this year and be able to talk about things as they happen. I don't want to have arguments about where my.
You want to stay in the pocket.
And stay in the pocket. Look,
you don't want to do all that scrambling and you want to. Yeah. No doubt.
That's all I want to do. When Jokic comes up, I want to have a conversation about Jokic, and I want to hear Ron clapping and twerking, talking about, well, Swiper, did you see this defensive play where blah blah blah? I want to talk about it just the same way we just talk about everybody else. I want to keep it flat. I don't want to change anything. We get to criticize and praise as based on how they play. That's all I'm asking for, Ron. Can I have a little freedom to watch people play, to enjoy how they play, to criticize when they don't play well, and then we can move on. Ain't got to be no crazy indictment about their standing amongst the league or how other people think about them or some crazy. And by the way, did you see me talking about SGA in the timeline, Penn, 2 days ago after the game? Nothing but positivity. Yes. Nothing but positivity. Let's keep positivity. Say it with me, Ron. Positivity.
I mean,
positivity.
You know this ain't going. You know this ain't going to last. But I do appreciate the growth, Swiper. That's amazing growth from you. I think we could all probably learn a lot from that. I'm probably not going to learn from that because I'm hard-headed as hell. You know that. But you know, I appreciate you doing it. It's great.
Well, one thing that I am very positive about is, speaking of staying in the pocket, our episode last night, maybe it is time to panic. On the press box, you guys make sure to pull up to the press box. If you missed the episode last night, we had a good guest on there. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Players Choice on our YouTube channel and on our Twitter. We will be streaming, talking strictly about the NFL and college football. And then on Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern time, you will get the same exact thing. Make sure to put this on your calendars. Make sure to turn on your notification bells. Make sure if you missed the episode last night, go tap in. We had a good guest by the name of Josh Moore. He was on there. He's big on TikTok, and we're even bigger here on YouTube. Also, tonight, speaking of him, of Nikola Slokic, we will be watching him versus Stephen Curry right here on the panel, but we're not going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Playback. Well, it will be streaming to YouTube, but you'll have to come to Playback to actually watch the game live with us. So make sure to set your calendars for tonight. Set your timers, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry. Be there, or you know the rest of that.
Yo, who made that graphic?
That's dope, man.
Hey, let me see that. Let me see that graphic.
I'm leveling up, man. I'm leveling up.
Let me see that graphic again. That graphic is nice. Yeah, look at how they brought the logos forward and then the stuff in the background, the Nuggets versus Warriors, and then you see the time very eloquently stated right there, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got Player's Choice logo, Playback logo, and then you got the guys in the front. That looks really good. This was a phenomenally done graphic. Well done, graphics department.
We see it.
Well done, graphics department. That's great.
Ron, did we get a chance to talk about Matas Pizelis or not?
We didn't really get to talk. Oh, from last night?
Really quickly,
well,
before we move forward, really quickly, Swiper, just so you know, just like Ox, I might not tune in to every one of the press boxes, but I got all your albums. Just so you know, I might not hear you every time you come on the radio, but I got all your records. Yes,
so you saw the Sam Darnold glaze from last night.
I got all your records. Yes,
you
I
saw
did.
the Dak Prescott glaze from last night. Shout out,
Sam
bro.
Darnold deserves it, but
I might not hear you every time you come on the radio, but I got all your records. Yes,
we didn't yet get a chance to talk about Matas. Before we get there, because it's a lot of games we didn't get to talk about. We have 70 super chats.
Okay,
So
I feel you. Let's move on. I'm just saying because Penn wasting picks on Scotty Barnes, and then want to steal my pick to take Matas Pizelis. Like, stop wasting picks.
We ain't got time for nonsense. We got super chats, Ox.
Everybody, I know this probably isn't the most convenient time because we do have 70 super chats, but we also got top 5 comments of the week, and we're going to do this right here, right now. So let's dive through these comments. Let's see what the people had to say in the comment section about what we had to say up here on the panel.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to it. The first comment I got from Black Excellence. Episode 667. Black Excellence said, "This show has made me reflect on how I used to judge my girl for watching reality TV with a bunch of women screaming over each other, but at least here there's no beefs, allegedly, name calling, or people getting kicked off the show. Dub panel, Dub MVP, L host.
Garbage. Trash.
Whoa, chill. We're turning a positive new spin this year with the NBA season.
That's
W.
right.
Ron, this has been your best opening day hosting job I've ever seen in the years that I've known you. Congratulations. Mars has been great today. Penn, you've been in rare form today. Damien, what a wonderful ad. You're doing phenomenal. And Ox, especially with this new improved equipment, you're doing phenomenal. And Chill, I got to say, this is the best Chill's ever looked.
I've been having the same equipment.
This is the best Chill's ever looked. He got the headphones on with the microphone adjusted properly. He figured it out on his own. The camera quality has been very good as well.
He's been in 240p pretty much the entire episode. What are we doing here?
It improved. It improved though. He changed his camera on his own, and then he adjusted his mic on his own. Now again, when you're dealing with your pops, like you gotta.
Why are you talking about him like he's 70?
Well, he's old enough to be my pop. I'm just saying. I'm complimenting him.
What are you doing?
Wait, hold on. It's just like if you say that Derek White's a good rim protector for a guard. I want to make sure I'm adding the extra stuff in there.
The minute you complimented Ron on his hosting.
That's what I'm saying, Swiper. Just sit back. We still booing Ron. Ron, what are you doing? Talking about the best host in Ron.
No,
Swiper, the bar. If this is his best opening night, then the bar is too low.
Y'all so worried about hating that y'all didn't realize that he just backhanded both of y'all at the same time. Talk about your raggedy ass equipment and talk about your trash ass takes.
How?
But
Ken, you've been in rare form. We see you, Swiper.
Not even doing
anyhow, the next comment of the week that we got is from Trim Duncan, episode 668. Trimmy Duncan said, "I wonder what Swiper cosplay we get next week. Joel Santana, last week, Pharrell. This week, I'm excited to see what we have in store."
You should bring Neo back.
Now, this is the thing.
What Swiper's cosplay?
This is what I'm saying, y'all. I think
what
I'm
also
Santana last week, Pharrell this week. I'm excited to see what we have in store. One more time, Ron, from the top. I wonder
what you got for us, Swiper.
So I just want people to understand this. There's a therapy language that I learned about neutral events as of recent. And you know what a neutral event is, Ron? A neutral event is something that happens literally. It just happens. Like if somebody is walking and they shut the door, a neutral event is something that happens. It's not positive or negative. But what happens is when you internalize neutral events, you can spin them positively, which leads into a self-pride, which can be faltering. And then if it loops in negatively, you can then think somebody has anger towards you or whatever. So if I shut the door and Ron's like, yo, Swiper, you mad at me? You didn't open the door for me. Like, no, I just didn't know you were there. A neutral event is I'm looking at this saying, hey, who are you going to cosplay as next? Swiper, we love your outfits. Hey, Swiper, you have so many different ways you can look. Hey, Swiper, you're versatile. So basically what he's saying is I'm the Tumani Kamara PC. I can wear all kinds of outfits. I can defend 1s and 5s, Joel Santana, Martin Luther King, a politician, a preacher, or I can be so happy.
Swiper, you look like an undercover. You look like an undercover cop hanging out in Miami Beach right now.
There you go, versatility, versatility. Look at that, Ox. Wonderful. Thank you, bro.
All right, the next comment of the week that we got is from L Law Lights. L Law Lights or Lates said in episode 670, fantastic episode. ... Chill after a few months in an episode will be like, did I actually just compare Flag to AD? Magic to Flag and AD to Jabbar to Magic and Jabbar? What was I thinking?
We'll see.
That was a generational episode.
In his defense, I very much co-signed that and made it so much worse. So
we'll see.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes,
that's a shocker.
Penn, at least you owned up to it because it was a bad form by you that day. But you've been great today, though.
Sure. We shall see. The next comment of the week
Even
is
though I never
from
compared
episode
them as
6.
Players, I compared the situation, but okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, you definitely compared them as players.
No, you did. Actually, that's what
you
you
absolutely
did.
I watched it back.
I did.
We'd have to do that.
Penn, absolutely. AD and Cream was Penn. Magic and
I
Coop
compared
was,
them.
I watched it back.
I didn't say AD was bad.
Yeah.
Just compared them.
Yeah, it's just
we strongly insinuated. We don't have time to relitigate it.
Yeah, that's why I said implication, but we're not rehashing it. But I watched it back. I heard everything.
For everybody that missed that episode, what episode was that? That was episode 670. Yes. If you missed episode 670, you can go back and see how Cooper Flag and Magic Johnson will be eerily similar and how AD and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar parallel each other. But in the next comment of the week, we have a comment from Dre 21215, episode 670. Dre said, Jordan put glasses on and his takes get worse. WTF. Do y'all notice this?
He can't see, of course. Why wouldn't his takes get worse? Should they get better? Why was that the comment?
I don't think anyone has bad takes. I think everyone has good takes. Good work, guys.
Oh, you on this shit too? Oh man,
I love it, man.
Yeah, I love this.
Russell better offensive player.
Nah, but I got a handful of DMs from people saying I was too annoying last week. So positive.
Bill Russell, a better offensive player than Olajuwon. Yep.
You going the other way now, though.
I did say that.
That was fun.
Just be yourself.
Yes, I did say that.
I think that's a fair take.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. The last comment of the week I got is courtesy of Azario Work You 1231. Azaria Work You in episode 671 said, whoa, holy comment of the week. Does somebody want to?
Yeah, I got it.
Somebody want to touch this?
The context was the Brooklyn Nets had drafted 5 different players. I was in the middle of I think we were talking about all the draft picks and such. And Chill on his famous rant.
Why are you so excited to read this?
Because it was a fun moment. I clipped this and put this on Twitter, and it went viral. I thought this was a spectacular moment in PC history. Chill accurately said, "Hey, the more chances that you take on a draft pick in the first round, then the more likely you are to be successful." But the way he said it was, hey, we can't bust on all 5 of these dudes. To which he caught himself for a pause moment. It was television history.
We got to get one of these guys right. That's basically what I was insinuating. We got to get one of these guys. We got to get it right with him. That's what we have to do.
So how many guys can they bust on and still get away with like drafting 5 players in the first round?
At least 3.5.
I'll be back, yo.
Jaeger, from what I saw, very limited, looked decent. I will say that. But I didn't watch much of that game. What I will say, Ryan Kalkbrenner and Musa Diabate, I like that little center duo.
All I know is that the general manager of the Boston Celtics, I know enough, but the general manager of the Boston Celtics, keep watching the Charlotte Hornets. And the more you watch the Charlotte Hornets, you look at your 5-man that's starting in Charlotte. Kalkbrenner is your 5-man who you passed on.
He's Charlotte's 5-man.
Yeah, that's your 5-man that you passed on. That's what you
Chill.
did. You handed him over.
Brooklyn could be the
Speaking of
worst
general
team in the
managers,
league, by the way.
I don't think
100%, Damian.
By design, yeah.
I don't think that that VJ was Danny's guy. Chill. I just think you really got a problem with Danny Ainge. Chill.
I think 100% he was his guy. I do. I 100% think that he was his guy, and I think that he was trying to trick Philly again, like he did with Jason Tatum. No doubt about it. I think that was his guy, and he was telling him, "Hey, Ron, I know you like this dude, but you don't like him at 3. So this is what you do: move down to 5. I'm gonna take your guy at 3, and then I'm gonna give him to you, and I'm gonna give him to you at 5. When in reality, no, I'm not. I'm taking your guy at 3, and I'm keeping him. Just
That's
so you
not
know.
that's not how those trades work. In fairness,
Chill. You just be demonizing Danny for doing his job.
He's a scumbag.
Hey, you know how they call Buddy Smoking Joe Frazier? I'm gonna start calling Danny Ainge Scheming Joe.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Or
Trade
Scheming
Danny.
Danny. Scheming Danny Ainge. I like that. Always got something up his sleeve. You know what? If I could get a internship with Danny Ainge,
Who you think he learned? He learned it from Red. Red Auerbach is his guy. That's who he learned it from.
I need that, man. I need to know how Danny moves. But all right, y'all. Before we get into the splash of the day, and before we get into the super chats, before we get into those super chats, Morris, would you like to give us a splash of the day?
There's a lot to choose from. I was thinking of giving it to the FBI, but I don't know if that was going to hit with a Splash Sports sponsorship. So I decided to just go with the answer that no one's talking about because they played the Wizards. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, I know it was the Wizards, but the Bucks started the season on fire. Can't miss from 3. The philosophy has been adopted. Put a bunch of shooters around Giannis and watch him go to work. Him in isolation, you can't stop him. Him in pick and roll, you can't stop him. Him in the post, you can't stop him. Him in transition, you can't stop him. You put shooting around him, it's going to be hard to stop that Milwaukee Bucks offense. Now, I want to see how their defense holds up against some stiffer competition, but I'm liking my prediction of the Bucks starting the season quite well. I'm liking my prediction of Giannis being a strong MVP candidate this season, and I think Giannis made a huge splash that was going under the radar because of other things in the NBA. So shout out to Giannis. He gets my credit.
that's a splash of the day.
That's my splash of the day. Absolutely.
If you want to make a splash of the day in your bank account, you need to download the Splash Sports app. You could do that by scanning this QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the bio. Once you click that link in the bio, you will be able to select players in the sports that you like with the best player projections. You will compete against other fans. You won't compete against the house. And ultimately, you will be in a good circle. Unlike some of them other NBA guys, you are safe here. Trust me, you are good on Splash Sports. So let me show you some of the picks that I made. Well, Bama made these, but these are some of the picks that he made. He's going less with Ladd McConkey, 57.5 receiving yards tonight. He's going less with Justin Herb. Herbert hasn't really had the best of seasons. He's supposed to be one of those elite quarterbacks, but Bama is going less with him tonight against Minnesota. He got Jordan Addison going more than 55.5 yards. If Justin Jefferson is available, I would take the more on his 81 yards as well. He has Quentin Johnson going more than 46.5 yards. He has Carson Wentz going more than 21.5 pass completions. And last but not least, he has TJ Hawkinson going more than 33.5 receiving yards. Swiper, is there anything on here that you disapprove of, or do you like everything?
Well, considering Jalen Hurts just aired out for 320 yards versus the Vikings, Justin Herbert had 420 yards passing last week as well. So if they get down, he's going to have to spread the ball around, but it depends on the pace of the game. Quentin Johnson, yeah, I mean, it's good. The Hawkinson one is questionable just a little bit because if you're going to get the distribution and get the ball, but I think these are all like very, very, very playable. And I would like to also add that I would love for the Vikings to win this game as well.
All right, there you guys have it. Go over to Splash Sports, download the app, and tell some of our picks if you like what we talk about, or do the opposite. Either way it goes, welcome to the panel. I appreciate everybody that's been in here for this whole 2 hours and 15 minutes. If you haven't liked the video yet, get on your job. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. We have likes from a guy named Robert Misovic, another guy named Jorge Rafael Ramos, another guy named Andre Green, and another guy named Athanis. And then my man Ahmed Fawaz and Isaiah Evans also loved the video. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook and shout out to everybody on Twitter. All right, fellas, we got a lot of super chats. So let's make it happen. We haven't spoke about a lot of things. A lot went on over the last 2 days, but we'll get to as much as we can, chat. Cowboy Bob said 3 players are above 50% field goal shooting 7 times or more. Cavs got within 5 and 1 time took the lead. McBride slowed Donovan Mitchell down, or McBride slowed, fired Donovan. Cat 3 fouls, 36 free throw attempts. But me saying the Knicks are ready will get overlooked because it's 1 game. But if it was Luka or Wemby, it's okay.
I think the Knicks.
What
are we over? Wait. When you say the Knicks are ready to do what? Are they ready to win the championship?
Contend.
Okay, so
but don't multiple of us have them in the finals this year?
Right. There's nobody that doesn't think that they could contend. I mean, they was just in the East Finals last year, right? So it's not like nobody's looking at the Knickerbockers and going, "Yo, get out of here with the Knicks." No, I mean they got a legit squad. They 100% got a legit squad. And I did not Demi Burner, and Demi Burner is the epitome of what delusional Knick fans are. I had them getting smoked yesterday. I had the Cavs smoking the Knicks yesterday. That is just so not true. I did not say that. No, I didn't. I did not. I did have the Cavs beating them. I ain't had them blowing them out though.
He's a Cavs fan too, though.
We thought Cat wasn't playing, Cho. In fairness.
Right. On top of that, and Cat did gut it out yesterday. He did.
Yeah, he did.
It was obvious.
I mean, I picked the Cavs regardless. It was
obvious that he was late.
I don't know. I picked the Cavs, but I was wrong.
But to say that they were going to get smoked, I mean, it was probably if I said that, it was probably because Cat wasn't playing.
Either way,
you could have just been wrong. Like everyone's wrong about predictions of singular games.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate Knick fans. To be honest with you, I of all the fan bases that I can't stand Knick fans. I hate them. I really hate them dudes. I do. I can't stand
the next super chat.
Either way though, chill. Welcome to the OG and Anobi show.
Yes, 100%. Yes, sir.
Shout out to OG.
The next super chat that I got is from DSG Piccolo. DSG said we could have had Becky Hammond, but we hired this gambling ass, bald head ass, Colorado pin. How you say that word? NGA again?
Nah.
But Colorado, nah. What did I do to deserve this? Wemby number 1 by next year. Ant got that midi down. JG played well. I'll give him his credit. That contract's insane, though.
Yeah, he playing like that. He worth the contract.
Did the Trailblazers interview Becky Hammond?
I don't think they did.
Because I know the Knicks interviewed Dawn Staley. I know that for a fact.
Toronto interviewed Becky, I believe, right? Yeah.
I think the first lady coach in the league might be what's the one? Is it Pondexter Ox from
Cappy?
Teresa Witherspoon.
Teresa Witherspoon?
Yeah, Teresa Witherspoon.
I can see that.
When do you think that'll happen, Swiper?
I don't think.
When are we getting a female head coach and everything?
Like I don't think it's gonna happen, Swiper. Like for a person like Becky Hammond, I don't think she should do that. Like,
well, she's already solidified.
As soon as one thing goes wrong, she's gonna be, blackballed. They're gonna talk about her bad. It's gonna be terrible. Like Becky's in a great position right now. I don't see going to the NBA as an upgrade for Becky Hammond. Actually,
no,
I don't.
Not with the Aces.
I think she's better where she's at.
Guys, and speaking of the Portland Trailblazers and Chauncey Billups being fired, the Portland Trailblazers assistant Tiago Splitter will now step in as the head coach. He was the interim coach, or he is now the interim coach in place of Chauncey Billups. In case you don't know, he was with the Brooklyn Nets from 2019 to 2023. He was with the Houston Rockets in 23 and 24. And then he went over to Paris basketball. It's literally a team called Paris basketball, where they won the Champions League last season. Well, it was 2 seasons ago, technically, and moved up to the Euro League. He did a fantastic job over there. So shout out Tiago.
Wait, Ron. So they fired him now, or they just?
He's on administrative leave. He's on administrative leave.
He's on leave.
Yeah.
All right.
Tiago gonna be the tallest.
Ron, he was just playing poker, bro. Go ahead.
All right.
Argument.
All right. Hey, I'll be surprised if I see Chauncey back on that sideline, but
I would too.
We got to
hope
wait
for
for
the best for you,
discovery.
brother.
We got to wait for the
No
discovery to
doubt.
come out and see exactly what happened. Because, like we said earlier, we don't know exactly to what.
You know,
extent
Ox
he
is
was
a defense attorney, Ron. So don't leave that part out. Ox is definitely Johnny.
I mean,
Cochran. So.
as long as he's been in that Ox court, I would expect him to, But no longer Gabe said Tyler Kolek is better than Reed Shepherd and Miles McBride would be awesome for Orlando.
Tyler
I
Kolek
like
played
this
great.
McBride.
He played really good.
Like him.
And he's going to be good in there. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but the Knicks' offense looks really good with their pace and space. And they got some of these athletes like OG, for example, Ox, who is really going to thrive when they're pushing tempo, when they're pushing the pace. So just keep an eye on that, Knicks fans, because could be the difference.
I like Kolek in that pick and pop and that pick and roll on the left side of the floor. He looked really good doing that yesterday. And I like him in the mid-range too. So I really shouldn't be surprised. But I mean, again, we live in a space where, guys who play in college, who play for a little while and, they're a little bit older, get overlooked. I mean, he did lead the country in assists. He's one of the best point guards in the country. So it wasn't like he was just a good point guard. He was awesome.
All right, y'all. Pimp named Slickback sent through a super chat. He said Adam Silver holding trial for his crimes, rigging drafts and trades, and hiding scandals will be justice for everyone. I hope the fans like that peanut head.
I apologize, Pimp. Adam Silver holding trial for crimes, rigging drafts and trades, and hiding scandals will be justice for everyone. I hope the feds lock that peanut head mother effer up where the sun don't shine.
And to be fair, the NBA did conduct its own investigation, and they did not reportedly find the wrongdoing. And the FBI, on the other hand, they did an investigation, didn't have enough evidence concluded in the investigation to lead to any suspensions or anything. The FBI, on the other hand, they had enough to arrest. So,
It must be hard being the NBA commissioner.
This whole time, Pablo been digging around, being thirsty to try to see what's going on down there.
Pablo reported this in the summer.
Pablo need to go and take his investigative skills.
Pablo reported this in the summer.
Hold on, Swiper, because I can't even hear you. Maybe Pablo should have used his investigative skills and investigated something worthy of a cause.
Pablo investigated this during the summer.
By the way, Swiper.
Pablo investigated this during the summer to Ox's point.
Ox is the epitome of a defense attorney. He only sees it. He only sees it
his way. He did investigate this during the summer.
He's the epitome
you
of
can go
a
to Pablo Torres,
Just
find out. They have episodes about this very thing in the summer.
Just thirsty, Swiper. He spent. What I'm saying is he could
update your information, Ox.
He could have spent more time investigating this and really got down to the nitty gritty of it. Instead, he wanted to waste time chasing, sniffing behind Steve Ballmer and Kawhi. Oh man!
Even though
all this, Ox,
yeah,
to protect Kawhi Leonard, who I think is great, who got doxxed last night. He got doxxed in real life and got doxxed last night by Keontae George.
Who's protecting Kawhi?
You, defense attorney,
This is a Steve Ballmer issue. I said that already. I'm saying Steve just thirsty. And, he won't talk to me.
You know that meme of the arrows behind the back? Not only is Kawhi walking away from Ox and Steve Ballmer walking away, Ox is still there, taking arrows to the back. They wouldn't even stop. They wouldn't even put out your fire with the what is that nice water chill? The smart water. Smart water and all that.
Saratoga?
The Saratoga water. They wouldn't use their last bottle of Saratoga.
I know you know what
to put out your fire out.
See now you're getting personal bringing up
Ox
that
is
Saratoga.
burning up. Yo, Saratoga water.
Swiper, that ain't cool, bro.
Steve Ballmer got jars of Saratoga in his house. Sees Ox burning outside, talking about Kawhi. Bet your back. Kawhi ain't even paying attention to you.
Not put him out.
Boy, just dying for no reason.
Why? So they not paying attention to me, just like they ain't paying attention to Pablo.
Look at you spitting on the camera because you so upset.
Hey, I didn't know what that was.
Oh man! All right, y'all. 13200 said some thoughts from a Knicks fan. Offense looks smooth. Still room for improvement. I've been telling everybody for a year. Huck Porty and Kolek are like that. We might be the best rebounding team in the league, Mars.
Yeah, you
Didn't even have Mitchell Robinson. Didn't even have Mitchell Robinson.
Team in the league.
Or Josh Hart, who's
But
a great rebounder.
the Knicks rebounding
for a
team
guard.
is the Knicks are a really good rebounding team. You're not the best in the league, but you are a good rebounding team. Shout out to the Knicks.
Who is the
And shout out
best
to
in the league?
Darkenstein, man. Darkenstein was sweeping the Rockets.
Nah,
Darkenstein
man.
was sweeping, so shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out, man. Ox over here getting rabies. How mad he is about Kawhi. It's crazy.
Ox, you foam on the side of your mouth. DNEMLV said Ty Lue and Kawhi about to piss me off. They saw a starting lineup with Kessler, Flipowski, Markkanen, and thought Derrick Jones Jr. could play the 4.
Yeah, that's tough.
19 of 19 in the paint to start, ? Kawhi, 2 points on 1 of 4 at halftime.
They didn't miss a shot to start.
Yeah, I didn't watch this game, so everything got that.
They were down 47-80, Mars. Think about that score, 47-80. They outran them. They out-executed them. They outsized them. They out-physicaled them. It looked like the Clippers were old.
But I think this is one of those.
This
is one of those opening day anomalies, though. This is one of those.
It's time to say what, Mars?
The Jazz going
What'd
to
you
the
say,
plane? Is that what's is that?
No.
Is that what's happening?
No.
No, but wait though, Mars, because I honestly think that y'all are too hard on the Jazz. I think the Jazz are better than y'all think they are. But Damien, I just want to point something out real quick, brother. The Las Vegas Aces got throttled by the Minnesota Lynx by like 50 and won the championship.
The Lynx.
So what is that? So I correlate that with
Yeah, the Jazz are the equivalent of the Lynx.
Yes.
Clippers winning
Well,
the championship.
and to support the Clippers, the Nuggets got beat by the Jazz in the year they won the championship by 24 points in opening night when they first got Jamal back. So it happens.
Jazz weren't trashed.
Yeah, but all this opening
They
night
were
stuff
trash.
is
The
yeah,
Jazz
all
aren't
this opening
trash
night
this
stuff.
year.
No, they're not trash. They're not trash. No.
You
The
gotta
Jazz
take it
aren't
with a
trash
grain of
this year.
salt.
Y'all just
the
don't know
opening night.
ball.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Devon Williams said Boston almost blew it last night. Let's go, AJ DeBanza.
No, the
I
Yeah.
got scared when VJ missed them 2 free throws. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't
But
want
Boston
it
need to,
ruin
yeah.
his great night.
If Boston are going to be bad, you might as well be really bad and just be in the lottery and be high in the lottery because there's no point otherwise. Similar to like when Golden State were bad and they got James Wiseman. Obviously, they didn't hit on him, but you might as well just be bad if you're going to be bad.
It
Cowboy Bob with a super chat to check everybody in the chat and up here on the panel. Cowboy Bob said Knicks versus the Cavs, ? 90% of the panel and the chat said the Knicks are trash without Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson's defense and rebounding.
Who said that?
Glad y'all said that, proving the Knicks hater cartel is real.
Who said they were
Ananobi,
trash?
Game Ball, McBride, and I had a convo, ...
Who said
I've
that?
definitely never came to Josh Hart. I know that, but
Was it
I
the
love
Knicks
the
being
Knicks.
really great last night, or was it the Cavs looking really rough? Like Lonzo Ball missed every single shot he took. I think he had like
he made
7,
one.
0
He
for
made
7.
one.
Didn't
He
he
had
go
like
0 for
10
7?
turnovers.
Or 1 for
He made
7?
one.
Whatever.
He made one.
He started
He
the
made
game
one.
like
He
0
was
for
ridiculous, and he had four turnovers. He's getting into the rhythm of things. They were missing they were missing like 2 very vital pieces of their starting unit, and I just think Evan Mobley settled a lot, and I don't think that's going to continue. Like this is a feel out game. You know, the Knicks are not a bad team, and with Karl Anthony Towns playing, they had enough size to actually compete down there. And I don't think that the Cavaliers played the greatest game. So,
Ben, do you think
You know,
Evan Mobley?
No,
can
Max
play as
Strus as well. Ben.
sorry, Cho, what?
What were you gonna say, Damien? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
Max Strus as well wasn't there. He's another.
No
Well, yeah,
Max
Max
Strus,
Strus and
no
Darius
Hunter.
Garland.
No
Yeah,
Max
and
Strus, no
DeAndre
Hunter,
Hunter
no
as well.
Neither. No Hunter neither.
I mean, that's 3 major parts of your rotation. You're having to play Tyrese Proctor like 20 plus minutes.
Porter,
I mean, that's a rookie.
Tyson.
Shout out to
That's
the
a
Aussie.
rookie.
Shout out to the-
Who,
Yeah, respect
you know,
Jalen Tyson.
shout outs to Tyrese Proctor, but he was like the 4th or 5th best player on Duke last year. Like, can
And
we
I'm
be
sorry.
for real for a sec?
We have 65 more super chats. So
I got you. My
yeah.
bad.
Well, 63 now. But K Spiffy said, yes, sir, Spurs. We up. KG plus Hakeem plus Monks plus Chess equals Wemby. Also, shout out to Castle. He's going to be a good perimeter defender. Aiden seeks Monks.
I just look at this Spurs
He did-
team,
he
and the
did
first
really
thing
well.
I think to myself is wait till they get Foxy back. That's the first thing I think. As good as they are, wait till they get Fox back. How much better they're going to be.
Dylan Harper had a really good NBA debut as well, which is
He did. He
like
looked
swept
real
under
good.
the rug.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Mars, you know what other Dylan had a good debut? Be True 23 said Dylan Brooks got them shots up yesterday. LOL. But that's the Devin Booker I want to see. Getting downhill, getting to the line, and playing in the mid-range. Limit the threes and obviously the turnovers.
What is gonna?
I kept my eye on that game, but I didn't watch it fully. I saw the Kings were up like 15 after the first quarter. Someone told me Dylan Brooks was 3 for 11 in the first quarter. I didn't believe them when they told me Dylan Brooks was 3 for 11 in the first quarter because I was like, there's no way he took 11 shots. He was 3 for 11 after the first quarter. But then the Suns obviously sparked the comeback. Devin Booker closed the game. He missed 5 free throws, which I think is ridiculous from Devin Booker. But yeah, just cutting out a lot of threes. The
Kings should
Suns
have won that
very
game,
clearly
though.
made it. I agree.
Top 20.
DeMar DeRozan.
His MIDI is crazy.
Such a gifted scorer. I'm sorry.
His MIDI is crazy still. But Westbrook looked pretty bad as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Westbrook didn't look great. Malik looked cool. Zach LaVine looked cool, besides from behind the three-point line. No DeMontis hurt the Kings, I think. I do unironically think no Jalen Green hurt the Suns, just having someone who could get 2 feet in the paint. But overall, neither team, I think, showed their best colors. I think we're looking at 2 of the lesser teams in the West, from what I saw.
What is it going
to
take?
Watch minutes though. That was.
And I know we got to move on, Ron, really quickly. How much? What's the leading scorer in the 25-26 season? What is he averaging today?
33.
So anywhere between like 30 to 33 a game. That's what I'm looking at.
It's going to be more than 30. I'm certain of that. So
it's about 32, 33 a game.
32, 33.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd assume so. Luka, Shea, Giannis, one of those 3 probably.
All right. Because I saw Devin Booker go for 31 last night, and
a lot of that was free throws, stat pattern names in the game to close out. For what it's worth, I'm just pointing out that. Like, so yeah, he did have 31, but he scored like 6 of them in the last 10 seconds of the game. So just do with that information what you want.
Unbelievable with this guy. This guy is unbelievable.
Fellas, we got a lot of new members today, and I want to make sure that I bring in our members the right way and the proper way and show them the love that they deserve. So shout out to all of these guys. Savon Z Muzon became a new member. Shout out to Savon. Braun the GOAT also became a YouTube member. J.301 became a new YouTube member. Shout out to J. Goose. We got a Goose that joined the chat and join the family. Shout out to Goose. Whoopity Scoopity also became a YouTube member. Shout out to Whoopity. RJ Lewis joined up as a member. Welcome to the family. World Rage also became a YouTube member. Shout out to World Rage. And Pip named Slickback sent through a $9.99 super chat. Slickback said, Spurs magically tank every 2 decades and get a top 10 pick. Wemby easily could have been in somewhere like Portland or Charlotte, but the devil worship and mob ties that Adam Silver got said no.
Can I interest you?
No, God said no.
Can I interest you in that Texas has now received? Think about it. The last 3 great white prospects in the NBA. Okay, we have Flag, Luka, Dirk. Okay. You can count, Sean Bradley in that if you want.
Respect Adam Morrison.
And then they all went. Yeah, exactly. No.
He wasn't a great prospect?
No.
We rewriting this?
No. Mars, don't get sidetracked.
Carry on with the agenda. Okay, my fault. Carry on with the agenda. Okay,
another one. Okay. And then Spurs, they get the best big generational prospects outside of Anthony Davis.
Okay, there you go.
Right? Both of them go to San Antonio. I'm just saying, chill. And then all magically chill. Under the table, the OKC owner didn't want to pay James Harden an extra $4 million, and he ends up where? Houston
for Jeremy Lamb.
So let's put the Penn. You know what a triangle makes?
51
third
super
eye.
Chats. 51
third,
super chats left.
A third eye.
And please don't leave out
Texas third eye.
And please don't leave out, Swiper, that the Houston Rockets get the number 1 pick in the draft twice in a row, and they get Ralph Sampson and Olajuwon.
Oil money.
Respect Adam Morrison.
Devil worship.
Back then it was
God
a coin toss.
Okay.
Back when it was Ralph
coincidences.
Sampson.
Yeah, Mars. Coin toss with a loaded coin. My bad. Go. Next super chat.
Hey, Spiker, how come your man Pablo ain't investigating that?
And we're investigating what? I'll ask him since we're friends on Twitter now. I'll ask him.
Tresmania sent through a $10 super chat. It said Nico really tore apart the only team in the West that could counter peak Wemby and put down a healthy OKC.
Only team.
Luka FC, we in dark times. Only 28 games total with a great team before being shipped to ... RIP.
Man, they could have used Luka. They could have used Luka on opening night, man.
Yeah.
Shame. Damn shame.
All right, 8 Gates Lee said, getting hit with sidestep threes by Svi. That's how you say his first name, Svi?
Svi.
By getting hit with sidestep threes by Svi. So many stupid turnovers, Kawhi. Kawhi with the half. Siri play outstanding by the Siri play outstanding by the Gap Band. I can't do this. Damn.
Yeah, Kawhi had his Embiid game. Yeah, we might have to talk about
Kawhi can't have 2 at halftime, man.
Mars,
can't have
said
2 at
no
halftime.
more
It's just-
narratives.
They got out-coached, out-executed, out-hustled, outplayed all night. It was ridiculous. It was an ass whooping.
Utah got shooters. I'm not gonna lie to you though.
Shout out to
They
my
got
guy Ice
shooters.
Bryce. Shout out to my guy Bryce Sensible, man.
Mm-hmm. Bryce was
I mean,
amazing.
And then,
He was put that
and then
ball
Walker
in the
Kessler
basket.
made 3 threes yesterday too.
Yeah, Walker. I told you in preseason, Walker Kessler.
Yeah,
added
he's starting
his
to
game.
shoot more
Yeah.
of them. He shot. Yeah.
I said a man would lead the league in threes.
I thought you said
Yeah, I
all
was
the
wrong.
great white
Walker Kessler.
prospects went to Dallas
In Utah, apparently.
and Utah.
Yeah,
apparently.
Filipowski
Fitting.
and Walker Kessler. Yeah, exactly.
And Markkinen. Well, he
Yeah.
didn't go there. He went to
Yeah, he got
Chicago,
drafted by
but
the Bulls. Yeah.
ended up
Matas
there.
and hey, you got to add Chicago there too. Lori, Matas, they go to Chicago too. They don't stay
No.
in Chicago, but
No.
they do go to Chicago as well.
Matas gonna stay in Chicago, man. He love it there.
Mata's about
Well,
to get a
speaking
$300
of
million.
Matas-
Hey, where was that game at last night? Was it in LA or was it in Utah?
Which one?
It was in Utah.
You was in Utah.
Utah.
Y'all, speaking of Matas, No Cat Prince said Scotty Barnes, VJ, Anthony Black, Matas just made an excitement list. No basketball casual want to watch them.
Then stop being a basketball
high-flying,
casual.
a
we wanna
high-flying
convert
guard
them
in the
from
city
casual
of
to-
Philadelphia. Are you kidding
I
me?
think basketball casuals would enjoy watching VJ.
That's just
in
not
in
true.
Philly,
Yes.
We
They
wanna
love
fourth
it.
convert
biggest
them
market
from
in the
casuals,
sport?
That's why.
And he said the basketball casuals, like people that don't really know much about basketball, yes, they will. If you take a look at this kid, VJ Epscombe, okay, one super freak athlete, good kid, good looking guy, going to be on TV a lot. Absolutely. Yes.
You know,
Devon-
Matas, but,
No.
Basketball casuals will also enjoy Matas.
Love.
What he does is very
Yes,
obvious.
Agree.
Matas is
And they would
great.
have enjoyed Anthony Black more if he had the big hair still.
And the basketball casuals love Matas in Chicago.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have a huge.
They
What
love
is
him up
Matas'
there.
background again?
He's
Lithuanian?
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian. They have a Lithuanian population, I believe, in Chicago as well as like a
They
Serbian
for
and
sure
others as
do.
well.
They got a lot of Europeans.
yeah, John D.
Hunter sent through a super chat and said, this is the 2014 Spurs of PC episodes. Fluidity, sportsmanship, and continuity. Good work, fellas.
Yeah, we'll
Did
see
you like
about
that passing that we were
Hey,
doing earlier?
it's a big year, man.
Hey, Ron, it was to Oprah Winfrey.
All the vibes. Got to start
Ron,
off
you
the
get
right
the
way.
Glaze Wemby. Joe, you get the Glaze Wemby. Mars, you get the Glaze Wemby. It was a Wemby Glaze fest, and we all participated. And shout out, man.
Yeah, we all came together for the same goal of Glaze.
And rightfully earned. It was warranted, no doubt. For what he did yesterday, no doubt about it. It was warranted.
Mm-hmm.
Pip name Slickback.
Ron, your mic is crazy.
What's going on with you, bro? You in traffic?
My bad.
No,
My bad,
this
y'all.
suck. It's
Turn your mic
horrible.
off and just let.
No,
let's-
like
let's
it's
go.
horrible. Yeah, fix
Oh,
that.
damn.
Oh, Ron. Okay.
Is this better?
My bad, y'all. Is this better? Is the mic better?
No, you're not making
my
it better, Swiper.
goodness.
Like, relax.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Oh,
So Ron, that
I
super
didn't
chat.
mean for that to turn up
So
like
Ron,
that. That's better right there.
That super chat.
Just put the super chat up. Let
Ron,
show
that
right.
super chat that you
Yo,
just read.
Is really bad though?
No, you
Okay,
can
better
you good
now.
now.
What were
You're
you
fine
doing?
now. You're
You
fine
were-
now.
You
All
were
right,
in
now
you were in the like the Matrix just a second ago, trying to get back to Earth.
Let's get back.
My
to the
bad.
super chat.
My mic turned up. My bad.
So that super chat,
Pip-
not that one, the one that you had before that one. The
Chiaro, that super chat is gone.
yeah, the one that
Oh,
you
you
had
didn't even
before
read
that
it. Got that.
Okay. I'm gonna go
Pimp
back.
named Slickback said chill is spot on about the Knicks fans. That's why I'm the one Nets fan in my family. These people are like Cowboys fans on steroids. Y'all don't understand how many cousins I got muted on Facebook this year.
And that super chat that you had previous to that, it said Chill's hating on the Knicks. No, I don't. I hate on the Knicks fans. That's who I don't appreciate. I talk about the Knicks in a good way. I can't stand the Knicks fan.
My only enemy in the Knicks fan
make
base is
nuts.
Cowboy Bob when he tried to make me an enemy for something I didn't even say.
They make me nuts. I can't stand.
Oh yeah, when he cooked you. Yeah, I remember that.
About the head coach that ended up getting fired 3 weeks
About
later.
Tibbs, yeah, about Tibbs.
Look, I got love in New York. I got love in Jersey too. I love being up there. I do great every time I go to New York. It's cash. It's money. We living. I'm outside, posted up on the street. Hey, what up? Swiping, shaking hands and whatnot.
I just confirmed that super chat is accurate. The one Chill is addressing is a $2 super chat from ATL Finest.
So, that's why Ron didn't want to read it.
All right, Unknown Warrior sent through another super chat and said, my boy Embiid's knees are cooked. Heartbreak emoji. It was a great run. Me, Mars, and Swiper will remember him as a top 15 player all time.
So no more of the stuff of when I say
15 miles.
Milwaukee got the best player in the Eastern Conference. So no more of that allegedly shit. Can we get rid of that now?
Well, if he's playing like this,
stop saying that.
It
If
has
he's
to be
playing like
accurate.
this,
I'm gonna still say allegedly. We're just gonna start pushing Cade propaganda. or
This
something.
is what I'm talking about, man.
Okay.
War V Room said last night just confirmed that I'm watching every Spurs game this year.
You and
Wemby
every
gonna go
ball
like
knower
5 for
in the
17
NBA
this
world.
week.
Yeah.
See what I'm
Like
saying?
Wemby gonna go like
Wemby's
5 for
7 for
17.
22.
Yeah,
Four
so-
turnovers.
my friend.
1 for 8 at the long ball line.
Yeah,
Incoming.
And then
when he plays a
everyone's
real
like, you guys
defender,
are
he won't do that.
overrating Wemby.
Wait, what was that last ball?
How many
boss?
national TV games they got?
That's what they're going to do. Like, because this thing, like, no one plays well every game. So, like, when Wemby has a bad game, it's going to happen sooner rather than later. There's going to be people in the chat who weren't here today, but are going to be here that day, talking about how everyone was glazing Wemby. He's overrated. He's still not that good. Like, I wish social media existed back in like 1980s when Larry Bird would go 7 for 24 in a random regular season game. So they could be like, hey, Larry Bird's actually just not that good. Because like these games happen. Every great player is gonna have bad games. All of them. But we talk about basketball every day up here. So every bad game means you were never that good, and every good games mean you're actually the best player ever.
Like if we had social media, Ron, in 1997 when Jordan went 9 for 35 and 4 for 17. Oh
Choker.
my goodness. He suck. He can't do it.
If we had social media during the 1980s when Jordan was playing with the Detroit Pistons and the Boston Celtics, there would be people to this day that said there's never going to be the GOAT.
Never.
Yeah, but the difference is Jordan would
That's
have got
facts.
on,
And he never
Jordan
was,
got on
so
his page
shout
and
out
told everybody to eat one. You know what I'm saying? instead of crying.
No, he
about
would have
it,
just retired because he couldn't deal with it. That's what would happen.
instead of crying about it. Oh my God, why did you say that? He would have just got on and be like,
By the
you know
way-
what you could do? You could eat a bag of, you know.
His
What's up, Damien?
contributions, though, no, but his contributions to like the new broadcasting, is it just going to be an hour-long conversation of him, and then they just cut it up through the year?
Yep.
Like, what's going on with that? It's just
Probably.
it's just not what we signed up for with him. Anyway,
Right.
Hey, but they did a good job marketing it.
Yes, they
But
did.
Void Century YT said, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. This terrorist Rozier is off my team.
I do think that's helped Miami. I do think that has helped Miami.
Yo,
I have a bunch of
hallelujah
Miami
for a man
fans that
going to prison
are
is
rejoicing.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
Hunter with the super chat. Hunter said, I know AD hates seeing a Euro big on the other side of the court.
facts.
Oh yeah, Demontis, Jokic, Wemby. I need to see Vucevic stat line against Haiti.
Poor AD. DSG Piccolo said, before hiring Gambit, Becky Hammond was a finalist for the Blazers head coaching job.
Was she? What the hell, Moss?
Shout out Gambit.
I did not know she was that close to getting the job. I did not know she was that close to getting the job. That's interesting.
Y'all know Sandy Brandello got hired?
Sandy Brandello.
Yeah, to Toronto.
Liberty coach.
Yeah.
She got hired. Shadows championship head coach.
It is raining and it is cold.
That's a good look for y'all.
I agree.
What?
The Liberty made a
Australia's
mistake
raining
firing her too, by the way. They
I
did.
agree.
They made a mistake firing her.
She's a really good coach.
Yes, she is. She's a really good coach.
Pimp named Slickback said it's going to be a bad look for the league if 2 of the top 3 guys in this draft go out west, because 3 of these guys are on Cooper Flagg's level.
They're all 3 going to the west. Let's do probability, y'all. Okay. They're going to somehow, because of trade, the Pelicans trade, maybe trade into the Hawks. Maybe that's going to save the league. 2 or 3 of these players for sure. We're going to get all 3 in the Western Conference, man. I'm sick of this.
Who's getting the number 1 pick?
One's going to Utah, and then the other one going to go. Does Phoenix have that pick this year?
I think they traded back for it, didn't they?
I think so. I don't know.
When they didn't they move?
I don't know if they only got the number. I don't know if they only got
the
number 10 pick back, or if they got their other pick back. But I don't know. I just hope they go to good situations. I like seeing rookies in a situation where they can develop.
Yo, shout out to Philly getting the number 1 pick, because we moving off Joel Embiid. We moving off of Paul George. Philly getting the number 1 pick in the draft. They back in the lottery.
How are you moving off Joel Embiid? Buying him out?
Now, I don't know if we're gonna eat that money, but maybe somebody.
You might trade him $53 million from someone who can't jump.
Well, it depends, Miles, because again, what we're gonna see, and hear me out here. What we're gonna see is we're gonna see flashes of Joel Embiid. We're gonna see Joel Embiid.
Then I got Philly in 6. Oh, then never mind. Then don't trade him.
So we're gonna see a 30-10 game. We're gonna see 25 and 50. We're gonna see stuff like that, and that's the time when you get on the phone. Hey, how you feel about him? What do you think? What are you interested in?
That's when you believe in the championship. That's what happens. When Joel Embiid, because that's why I'll be the moment Joel Embiid has a good game. I'll be the reactionary fan saying Philly in 6. I'll be there.
Not a bad strategy.
Speaking of picks, DSG Piccolo sent through a super chat and said if Chauncey Billups gets fired, Project Boozer might be commencing, an impromptu, unplanned operation, but a welcomed one.
I thought this Trailblazers team was gonna be real good this year, man. I thought that they had an opportunity to
not shoot
contend
25% from the field. That would be nice.
I thought they had an opportunity to contend for a playoff spot. I did. And I thought Chauncey Billups was gonna be a big reason why. And now the fact that, well, again, I don't know the logistics of everything. Is he gonna get fired? Ron, you think he's out? Ron thinks that he's out. And I mean, I don't know exactly what it is yet. I mean, he could have been arrested, and then we got the charges wrong, and the charges against him are dropped. Now, does this mean that we have to stick with him because he got the charges dropped? Does this stain follow him? I mean, how does this work? Do we have to move off of him?
Well, I mean, they have.
Yes.
So
I mean, they got him on administrative leave, no doubt about that.
You cannot have a head coach. It's a front-facing media position. I don't know who just flushed their toilet, but you cannot have a front-facing media position where the head coach is having this situation present itself as a distraction to a young team. You just can't have it. It's a political position as much as it is a coaching position.
Ron's mic is cooked. Ox is flushing toilets, man. What's going on the West Coast right now?
I'm back.
No top 3 picks for your coast anymore. We sent all top 3 picks out to the East.
Sure we
That's
are.
what Ox thought about your take pin. He flushed the toilet.
Yeah, I don't care. Just move on. 41 super chats. Let's go.
Trey Lett said, "My Cavs need some grit. How we get pokes like that?"
I'm telling you right now, fellas, my patience with Jared Allen is not going to be long. I'm telling
Evan Mobley too.
No, with Mobley shows me some. He shows me some fight. He shows me some. He will block shots. He will rebound. He will mix it up. My patience with Jared Allen is not going to be long this season. And I'm going to say it to you guys now. I'm going to say it to you guys right now, and I'm going to stand on it. I don't know what the hell Pat Riley is doing with this kid. He's starting with the bullshit, Ron. He's starting with the bullshit already with this kid Khalil Ware. I think he's better than Jared Allen right now.
He is absolutely not.
Not yet, but he will be.
Absolutely. So Jared Allen's the scapegoat in Cleveland. Good time.
That's crazy how he's
Cleveland,
Jared Allen,
Cleveland
an
made
all-star,
like a dog,
top 10 center being a scapegoat for that trash they put on the floor. That's just
every team needs their scapegoat when they don't reach expectations.
But not an all-star.
Jared Allen is
okay, number one, he's not a scapegoat.
You just said he's worse than Khalil Ware.
Okay. I said that Khalil Ware is better than him. I think that Khalil Ware, from what I've seen in the preseason, the little bit that I've seen in the preseason, and I would love for Eric Spoelstra to put him on the floor, plus what I saw last year in the regular season. If he put him on the floor more, I think he would produce more than what Jared Allen is producing. I think I could get a double-double guy like Jared Allen, but I could get more
Doesn't
offense.
mean he's a better player.
You don't think he can produce more than 14 and 9?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care about
Rudy
14.
Gobert do it and y'all hate it.
I don't care about the numbers. I care about the player. Like Jared Allen's a better player. Right now, he's a better player. He's a better defender. He's a better offensive player. He's a better screener. He's better at everything other than maybe shooting shots and putting up box score stats. Okay. Khalil Ware will get there someday. I hope. You know, he's going to be very good, but he's not better than Jared Allen right now.
I think.
All right, fellas. Moving along to the next super chat from I'm Drake Q. Drake Q sent through another one, and he said last season it was a lot of threes off ISO. Last night, he just dominated inside. And the mids, he's different now. In Best of the World talks, for real. He is talking about Victor Wembanyama.
Well, I think he's going to shoot more than 2 threes a game.
Yeah,
he's going to shoot more than 2 threes.
How many is acceptable for you, Swiper, in terms of him at the long ball?
As many as he wants. I don't care. Like I don't care. I truly don't care. He's going to do whatever he wants. Whatever the game flow is, do that. Like I don't have a set criteria for a year.
Are you comfortable with him
player.
shooting 10 threes a night?
Yes,
I think,
he's good enough.
He's
proven good enough that if he gets 10 threes, he can shoot 38 to 37 to 39% from those threes. Okay. And if you just do the math, that's really good. And then if he's comfortable enough to be able to get to the mid range, get to a spot, get downhill, get fouled. But like I said yesterday, he was using his jumper to set up the drive. He was heady, tween. Come here, Derek Lively, splash, heady, tween, drive by AD, dunk. You just got to put it all together. He's a hooper. He's a baller. He's a hooper. That's what he is. He's a hooper. Go hoop.
I just want to be very clear. Pin, that was not me flushing the toilet, and I would never take a dump on your takes.
Cool. I didn't know, but I heard a flush.
Don't listen to Swiper.
Ron, that must be Ron, Nick. And Ron, he's at another hotel again. I don't know, something like that. And just
okay.
Well, that was ATL Finest getting prepared.
Well, speaking of ATL's Finest, I don't think ATL Finest is getting prepared for that. I think ATL's Finest is getting prepared for something else. ATL's Finest said, tell Drea to keep her filthy, stinking, raggedy hands off my man, or it's going to get messy, and I can promise you that.
I don't know what that means.
Some of y'all going
to Finest gonna, he gonna have to fight. He gonna have to fight me before he fight Dre. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Love is love.
Next super chat is from Pinsare Basketball. Pinsare Basketball.
We don't actually have to do this, right?
I do have to do this. I've had to do this
we don't have to. We don't have to just listen to the super chat, right? Like we're not obligated.
As you were saying, Ron.
I'm gonna let Pinsare Basketball read the super chat. I don't want to misquote.
I gotta read my own super chat. Okay, cool. Talk about the Raptors putting belt to ass on the Hawks. I gotta send a fucking super chat because Ron want to duck this topic. L Ron, Scotty FC, we up. Okay, I am absolutely real, and $5 is a small consequence to tell 2,000 people that last night the Atlanta Hawks got whooped. They got thoroughly dominated. They were down 10. They were down 20. They were damn near down 30. Trae Young looked discombobulated, and I want to let you know something. The Toronto Raptors set a franchise record in a home opener in a season opener with 138 points. Brandon Ingram went, I want to say 7 for 16 from the field, so he didn't have some dominant game. You had the referees calling every single ticky-tack foul, and oh, by the way, Chill, they got those 138 points. You know how many threes they got?
20?
6. They only hit 6 threes the whole night, and they got 138 points. What does that tell you? I think the Raptors are better than y'all think they are. This 4 playmaker thing is going to work. Scotty Barnes is going to be that good. RJ Barrett looks amazing. Grady Dick off the bench looked amazing. We had 3 guys scored 20 points, and Brandon Ingram wasn't one of them, which is crazy to me. And the Hawks suck. Right now, if this is a sign of things to come, they look really bad. Shout out to Jalen Johnson, though. He looked good.
I hope it's not indicative to what the Hawks are. I really do.
It's not. That transition defense was egregious. Shout out to the Raptors. They ran him out the gym. That's what it was from what I saw.
You got to take it
out executed. Chill. It reminded me, honestly, their defense reminded me of mini OKC, like Timu OKC. That's what the Raptors were doing. Pressure, 94 feet. Their offense reminded me of Golden State against LA. They just completely dissected the shit out of them. The ball was moving, humming, and yeah, we had a lot of turnovers. I promise you, nobody on the Raptors other than Grady Dick actually played a great
52
game.
of 70 from 2 yesterday.
I
Ridiculous.
Yo, Big Ox. Hey, Big Ox, flush that toilet in the paint.
80 points in the paint.
No, sir.
Big Ox, go flush that toilet.
I was told.
Did you say 80 points in the paint, Pin? Is that what
80 points in the paint. Chill. 80.
I would not flush. I will not flush the toilet.
This was
Ron.
your
What
game,
I will
chill.
do, what I will do
Man,
is this, Ron. I will say that when you score 138 points and you hit 6 threes, what that shows to me is El Basketball. There is more than one way to play this beautiful game.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? There is more than one way to play this beautiful game. And the Toronto Raptors kicked ass last night like I told you they would. You know what I'm saying? I'm
You did
not
say
sold on these Atlanta Hawks.
You did say that.
They were
Give
all
us some
team
time.
baskets.
All right.
Nobody
El
cared about who was
Basketball.
scoring. Nobody
There is
cared who
more
was
than one
scoring.
way to play this beautiful game, Chill. More than one way.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there's
is.
like
All right, fellas. Pimp named Slickback said, also, want to say my boy Yegor is a sniper and an elite playmaker. Needs to do work on creating advantages, but the pre-draft overreactions weren't warranted. Also, Ben Serve can be a nice rotation guard.
I
Who
wonder
told
what it's
y'all
gonna be
about
like
Yegor?
watching 82 Nets games. You was glazing them. I wonder what it's gonna be like watching 82 Nets games.
Well, it
from
can't
what
be
I
as
saw,
bad, Mars.
well,
It can't be as
that was a bad show.
It
and I
can't be
watched
as
last
bad
night.
as what you did 2 years ago when you was watching the Rockets, or 3 years ago when you was watching the Rockets every night. It can't be as bad as that.
Yeah,
I don't think-
they'll
Yeah,
have
'cause they
more
got Danny
structure, I
Wolf.
guess.
Who's had the
They'll
worst
have more
viewing?
structure.
Who's had the worst hometown viewing experience up here in our lives? I feel like it has to be me.
No way.
Hometown?
The Nuggets.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Are you
is it not
kidding?
Ox just
Are
year
you
after
kidding
year?
right now?
How about
The
this
Nuggets?
dude over here?
Is it not
yeah,
just Ox year
yeah,
after year?
Obviously, this dude right
Yeah,
here.
this dude right here.
Are you kidding me?
Why are you pointing
How
to
is
me?
it not Ox? How is it not Ox?
Do y'all
why
know
are
the
you
Nuggets
me?
history?
Do y'all know
Why
Raptors?
are
This
y'all
man
trying to
Ox
make
had
me a
this man
victim?
Ox had what 16 years of just
No playoffs.
16.
and then he couldn't even enjoy the drafts. It's not like he got some reprieve. It wasn't like, oh look, we got a good draft pick. No, that was bad
Marvin-
too. Like,
We
everything
drafted-
was bad.
Marvin Bagley.
Man,
Like-
I'm not gonna let y'all
like-
gas like
Yo,
me. We drafted the
Haskins.
friends.
Dude,
No.
Over Vince
Let me-
Carter.
let me
Y'all
be
had,
spite
y'all
with
had
you.
Carmelo.
But you
No, we
said
didn't.
back
No.
then- you
I'm
said-
talking about
you
the
said back then you was a
Mellow
Clippers fan. You said
days.
back
That's
then you
what I'm
was a
talking
Clippers
about.
fan.
Y'all,
Mars,
update
Mars,
your resume.
Swiper wants to be the victim. Let him have it. He got it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not
okay,
trying to
go
be no
ahead, go ahead.
victim. I'm asking a basic question of your hometown team. Maybe
That's
it's chill because
so-
they haven't won
that's-
squat
ain't that just
since the
like- ain't that just
1990s.
like a
Maybe it's the
Democrat?
49ers.
clearly the Kings.
Ain't that just like a Democrat play the victim role?
Bro, it is
All right.
clearly the
All right,
Kings.
y'all. We got to get back to these super chats though. Devin Lagear said, "Yo, Swiper. Speaking of cosplay, you going to DreamCon in Houston next year?"
Yeah, I want to. I'm going to be a misinformed brother. I'm going to dress as Ox. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going
What
to
is
dress
the
as Ox
dream
next
con?
year. That's exactly what I'm going to be. I would love to go. I'm not going to lie to y'all. My next part of my career, Penn, I would love to become an anime YouTuber to a degree and get flown out to all the different events and venues and all that. Think about it. Think about meeting all the Star Wars people in person. And you get
Can
to
I-
meet all the characters.
Can I just shoot
and the
myself
voices.
now?
Are you kidding me? Anime is
Hey,
amazing.
Pete,
Everyone
Pete,
likes
shoot me while
different
you at
things,
it.
man. Yeah, everyone likes different things.
What the fuck?
Never.
Y'all are
Do what you
so
gotta do,
fake.
Swiper. Do what
My
you gotta
bucket
do,
list
man.
would never consist.
Y'all
of
are
meeting
so
Star
fake.
Wars people.
Y'all are so
Honestly.
fake. You're so fake.
Hey, Pete,
I'm fake
right here.
because I don't want to meet.
Everyone has
I don't want to meet a
different-
bunch of
everyone
people
has
who have been
different
laid.
All right,
and
let me
live
ask you
with
this
their
question.
mom
Let me
in
ask you
their
this
mom's
question.
basement
Let me ask you this
45. I
question.
don't wanna
Everyone has
meet those
different
people.
Yo,
desires,
swiper.
You don't want to
I'm
meet
sorry.
Anakin?
Like,
I don't even know who that is.
Luke Skywalker, Mars.
Oh, why did he say Anakin? Anyway, yeah.
Christos Karasulis said, "Let's go, Knicks. Can y'all let over this love affair with whoever y'all think Mobley and the Cavs are? They will never reach those heights."
I mean,
Yeah, I
they
love
won
the
64
game. I
games
love the
last year,
game
right?
more
I can
than
tell you what heights Mobley will never meet.
Yeah, the
Being
opening night first week reaction.
Vegeta's
was
sacrifice
it.
to save the.
Love for
Ron,
Dina.
let him get that off, Ron.
Nah, Love for Dina sent through another super chat and said, "I want to give Ant immense credit on killing that excellent defense on all three levels last night. Midi leap is real, like the 3-ball leap."
He was
See,
5 for
Swiper,
8.
it's so difficult, like, to be positive. Ron, like, immerse and immense do not sound the same at all. And on top of that, they're not the same thing.
They don't mean the same thing either.
But he
top
tried,
of that-
though. He tried.
Yeah,
And that's-
we just
and
running
that's
out of
trying to be-
time, so I had to
right?
let Ron
I'm trying to
slide.
be
We just
positive.
running out
I'm
of
trying to
time.
be positive with you, Swiper, but this dude is garbage. He's trash.
He's a good host.
Garbage.
Ron knows
He's
that his
trash.
best bag. Look, Ron. Look, we can admit, Ron is not Brian Gumble. He's not Mike Tirico. But Ron can be though. Brian Gumble, Mike Tirico. But Ron knows the best role that he can play to fill up the seats, to get the views, is to be the jester of PC.
You know what?
Ha
I'm
jokes,
so sorry.
jokes. Ha ha,
I'm so sorry.
jokes,
It's hard to
jokes.
host,
I
man.
said,
It's hard to
I said I
host.
had to send a
Hold on,
super
Swiper
chat
is
because of
cooking
you
you
not
right
doing
now.
your job. Now I realize it's because Swiper has said 85 things on this show, and 75 of them don't have anything to do
I don't
with
know.
basketball.
I'd have to do with the super chat. They have
Thank
to do
you,
with the super
Ben.
chats. They
Thank
all
you.
have to do with the super chat. They asked me questions about DreamCon. What did I say?
$75, Swiper.
Nah,
What did
to
I-
be fair, no, you started
Hey,
talking
Penny
about
wasting your money.
triangle, third eye when it came to
Absolutely.
Spurs draft picks.
That's all
Hey,
relevant.
He's wasting your money,
But
Penny.
when Penn was talking about something, he was like, "Hey, we got super chats, Penn. We got super chats, Penn." Meanwhile, the
y'all,
last
man.
30 minutes has been
Fake
dominated by
friends.
Swiper's mouth, by the
Unbelievable.
way.
You were
So it's
fake
cool.
friends.
It's
As you
cool.
were saying,
I'm just paying
I'm
attention.
getting direct
I
super
was
chats
cool,
and answering
Swiper.
questions.
Yes, Dwight.
I was willing to let
The only
bygones
person
be
who hasn't been
bygones.
ruined by Ron's negativity and Mars's constant battering is Damien. Damien. Don't be
Yeah,
influenced.
so go say W Damien as
I'm
the
not
whole
going to
thing
let
is
Ron
going to
ruin
turn on
you,
you.
Damien. I promise you that. I will not let him
Bullshit
wreck you.
positivity.
No,
Hey,
We'll force him into
We're gonna
the
keep the good vibes. It's a long
not
season.
letting
We gotta keep the
Damien
good
will
vibes.
join the dark side eventually.
No,
The
he
dark
won't.
Hey,
side is
Damien,
I'm not gonna let
you
Ron
see what
ruin
happened to Ben
It's not
Simmons?
gonna happen.
You see what happened to Matisse
Damien
Thybulle?
will fall into the abyss.
You see what happened to Dante Exum?
No, I won't
Hey,
let him
good
wreck
luck.
you, Damien. I promise.
Don't worry,
I
we're
won't let
here.
him do it to you. I won't.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right, y'all. Fint Jones became a YouTube member. Shout out to Fint Jones. And then I got another super chat from DSG Piccolo yet again. DSG said, Tiago Splitter coaching our team. Jorkin?
Jorkin, yeah.
Jorkin
solid.
wanted to stay in his role.
No.
Hope Splitter coaches his ass off.
Close enough. Yeah, close enough.
Isn't it Nate Bjorkgren?
It's close enough.
Bjorkgren.
Good work, Ron.
Thank you, Mars. I
The B is
appreciate
not
you.
silent. Okay.
Jorkin. That's what I said. Jorkin.
Bjorkgren.
Close
I
enough.
believe it's the same person, but yeah, I'll check.
ATL's Finest with yet another super chat. ATL's Finest said, my top 5 most exciting players this year: SGA, Jerry McCain, Jalen Green, Karl Anthony Towns, and Benjamin Simmons.
Damn,
And
Benjamin,
Simmons
man.
not in the NBA.
Y'all like
Is
this
he?
list?
Yeah, just you wait. The call's coming
It's a
soon.
terrible list.
I don't think it's
Jason
ranking
Young.
the same way you are, Penn.
Jason Young with a super chat directly sent to Swiper said, also, I don't know if y'all seen that Him movie with Marlon Wayans, but they have been giving us signals about 23 from Akron. Just saying, it's not a mistake.
Is that LeBron? 23 from Akron?
I'm assuming so.
What's the signals?
What is a
I'm not
conspiracy?
talking about it. It's a movie.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So you don't want to talk about this movie?
Nope.
Nah, we ain't gonna talk about this movie.
Gotcha.
Nexus said, my boy VJ debuted like 50 Cent.
Nah, he came out crazy.
Amazing.
Shout out to my guy VJ, man.
I won't bring up 50 either, but there's a relevance.
Nah,
to
he
the
better
comment.
not ever have a game worse than this. This is the standard he set. He
You
needs
know
to
what's
be this
gonna
level
happen,
every
Mars?
game.
He suck if he does.
Yeah, he needs
Garbage.
to be this
He
level
gonna have
every
8.
game.
He gonna have 8 points the next game.
Well, I mean,
Nah,
but hold on,
unacceptable.
no, Mars,
Unacceptable.
because
He needs to
I mean,
average 34.
50 Cent came with some bangers though. I mean, you got Get Rich or Die Trying, Massacre, those was bangers, and then
Many
Curtis
Men.
was garbage.
Many Men.
Well,
You know what I
Life
mean? Like,
Anthem.
Curtis
the
was
first
trash.
song that he dropped that
That's
he got
my
popular around.
walkout anthem on the panel. Many Men.
Okay, well, no one's trying to do that to you.
It's ATL's
Um,
finest too.
That's what you're
Yeah,
trying to
the
do. To
first
me. That's what you're trying to do
the
to me,
first song
dog.
he dropped
What
was
you're trying to do to me.
Wanksta. That was the video that came out, and then In the Club came out, and it ruined everything. The summer was over.
They've been wishing death on my takes.
Well, Fox pooped on him, so
Unbede,
Not
I hope I'm
defecating
saying your
on
name
your
right. Unbede said, can we talk about how sorry AD looked against other bigs? Jokic, Giannis averaging 30 points over the last 3 seasons, 30-point triple doubles over the last 3 seasons. Sabonis owns him too. He regressed on D. Damn.
I do think he regressed on defense. I
Jokic-
don't think it's because those guys are getting good numbers.
Jokic was doing AD so bad that they had to take AD off him and have AD as a floater, and Rui Hachimura and LeBron had to guard Jokic. That's how bad Jokic did him in the playoffs.
AD's still a good player.
The Trib One said, we can't forget about Wemby's teammates. The Spurs have talent outside of Wemby, and they will be scary when they grow.
there it goes. Wemby has a super
I'm
team.
very excited to see Dylan Harper.
there it
I am
starts.
very
Yo,
excited.
Here we go.
Dylan Harper
very
looking
Of course
like
he won.
Squad. That's the
Of course he
only
won.
one.
Dylan Harper
He's
looking
under
like
200
20
rookie of the years.
Dylan looking
How
like
long
20,
until they're
20
ready?
tomorrow.
As soon as Foxy come back, damn it. As soon as Foxy come back.
They're very physical.
I told you they're in my finals. I told you, but go ahead.
Dylan Harper is very physical. Obviously, Steph Castle very physical. I think Devin Vassell could stick around like for the long term. So I think they got a lot of young talent. I don't know what they're doing with Jeremy Sohan, but they got Carter Bryant now. I see this. I see them getting to the playoffs this year. The next year they'll make it to the Western Conference Finals. They'll break through in 3 years. They'll win a championship by 2028.
I got them in the finals, so you guys.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you real quick. I know we got to move on, Ron. I know we got to move on because we over time. But Miles, can you imagine if the Spurs won the NBA championship this year with Wemby playing like
they
this?
could do it
Now winning,
They're not ready
a different level.
They're not ready.
They got
But getting there,
clutch players.
Imagine if they was in the NBA
I
championship.
told you guys.
If they were
gonna be in
with
the
Wemby
finals.
playing at this level, imagine if they was in the NBA championship. Like what's the narrative on Wemby?
There needs to be a narrative. He's the best.
Depends
player
if he
in the world.
loses in the
There's no narrative
finals or
about
not.
that. He's the best player in the world. Lose, win, draw, whatever. He's the best player in the world. I've seen enough. He's already the best player in the world. I've seen enough last night.
All right, fellas. Cage Black sent through $5. It didn't say anything. Cage sent through another super chat, or better luck next time, brother. But I appreciate you though for wanting to engage with us. Yaya Jallo said, Swiper, when did Lamar Jackson get stamped as an all-time great?
Not relevant to basketball, so I'll address this as a super chat. Lamar Jackson there's no 2-time MVP winner in the history of the NFL that is not a Hall of Famer. So he is going to be a Hall of Famer. It just doesn't happen. It does not happen.
And if you want to hear more Swiper's trash-ass football takes, all you have to do is tap into the press box. Yes, you don't have to panic. You can go over and hear everything you need to know about the NFL, about the NCAA, and about Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, and everything else that you may need to know. Right over there.
And if you want to hear more of Ron's bad jokes, you can catch him at Comedy Central tonight at 7 p.m. Shout out to my dog.
I'll be there.
Man.
Don't actually go to Comedy Central and expect to see Ron. That's false.
No, he has great shows on Comedy Central.
Cage Black resent the super chat, and he said, I would pay to see the panel in a 1v1 tournament. I got my money on Ox.
So do I.
Cage a real ball knower. He knows what's up.
Pat, I thought you had a better jumper than Ox.
Are we gonna do
Doesn't
that when
matter.
they meet up?
I got
one
a
day,
better
or-
jumper than you, Swiper. So what you
You
worried about
don't.
that?
I saw you shoot.
I mean, I'm done.
We should
Blanks.
do that.
If you let me play on a 6 foot,
It's back here, but it's
Bro, you didn't even, and he didn't. Did he even
It's
finish
back
top
here.
5 in the 3-point contest that we did that we never got filmed
That shit is
released
ass.
on?
Right,
No.
but I've played enough
didn't.
ones
That's because, man,
with
that
players
shit was way
over
back
6'5" to
then.
understand the physics of basketball. Yeah, like can't bother him.
Ox can't dribble. He can't move side to side. He's cooked. Have you seen Ox's ankles?
Q-Bone sent through another super chat and said, Raptors Nation, sit down. The panel is sleeping hard on us. Raptors will be the 4th seed. Mark my words. Shout out to Benjamin.
Oh, I was big on that too.
Deliberately misreading that super chat. It just shows how butthurt
How'd
you
you know
are.
it was deliberate?
I mean, it's
It's wrong.
clearly deliberate. He told,
It's
wrong.
He told people to sit down. It said
It's
stand
wrong.
up, Ron.
it said games and he read
Respect
seasons.
the super chat,
It's
Ron.
wrong.
You're gonna respect
How much
everybody
time
else.
is there?
But when it comes to Toronto, because they whooped your baseball team's ass,
The chat said
and now
games and
yesterday
he
they
read
whooped your
seasons.
basketball
Ron,
team's
what
ass.
is this?
You know what this is,
It-
Ron? This is
It
karma.
was an accident,
No,
Pin. I'm
this is
sorry.
karma.
Ron just
You've
be-
been
Ron just
shitting
be
on
feeling
Toronto
words.
for 2 straight years. Every time
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes come up, why are we talking about this bum? Let's get him up. Why are we talking about the Raptors? Penn, you got to stop talking about the
25
Raptors.
super
You're
chats.
going to talk about the Raptors this year, my friend. You will talk about the Raptors. You will respect this team.
Put your
Jason
foot
Young.
down, Pen. Put your foot down, Pen.
Hey, Kunta Kinte
Fuck
put
my
his
foot
foot
down.
down. And that
Focus,
shit got
Ron.
stopped
Come
up.
on, man.
Whoa,
You're doing
whoa.
good, Ron.
My
You're
bad.
doing great.
Yeah,
Come on,
hurry up,
man.
man.
Jason Young said the fans can't be taken seriously if they don't give Adam Silver time. All the devil worship and rigged drafts, this isn't a coincidence.
If you say so. Great.
I stand with Adam Silver.
Me too.
Zero just vibing said, which is crazy.
All the time.
Which is crazy because the house cheats
All the time.
That's
every
why
day,
you go to Splash
every
Sports,
hand,
where you
all
are playing
the
against
time.
The house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Are they
They
really
rig the
smart?
game before you get to the
Hey,
table.
That's why you go to Splash Sports, because you aren't playing against the house. You're playing against other people. There you go.
Oh,
It's
y'all
all
lock
mathematics.
in.
They rig the math to make
Lock
sure they
in.
win 90% of the time. And if you win too much, they ban you. That's
Well, that's why you play poker and craps and stuff like that.
Well, you
you
can't
get
do that.
banned if you win too much.
That's what Chauncey Billups was doing.
Yeah, you can't play poker. Chauncey just got packed up for that, so chill out.
Nexus sent through a super chat and said, losing millions to gamble thousands is stupidity.
It
You're
is
just
though.
not in the streets.
Only if you get caught.
It's the
Only
excitement,
if you get caught. Yeah.
the
If you don't
thrill
get
of
caught,
winning.
then you just made extra thousands.
I don't even know what to. Bagga. Bagga sent through a super chat and said, Mars, why does Utah need defense if they have Kareem and Magic from the bench?
Who's that Kareem and Magic?
Yeah. Bagga, we need more context, Bagga. We don't.
Yeah, I don't know who that
know.
Kareem and Magic is, but I mean, shit, I guess. My fault.
Thank you, Bagga. Appreciate you for sending that through. Gus Leho said the Jazz have one of the most exciting young cores in the league now with the additions of Clayton Jr. and Ace Bailey.
Walter Clayton.
I'm not that excited about them, but I like Bryce, I like Ace, I like Taylor Hendricks.
I think they both looked really good, and I think the fact that Ace got most of his shots with 0 dribbles and through preseason, if he's going to continue that through the season, as a big shooter, he can be really incredible for them. And he provides them with something they just don't have right now. So, yep. I think they both look great.
Shy Rankin said, I've never seen AD get dominated like that. As a Thunder fan, I'm nervous. Dub takes, Pin.
Pretty confident.
We've seen him
Joker
multiple
kick
times
his-
dominated like this, by the way.
Pretty sure I saw Joker kick his ass pretty.
It ain't look like that though. It ain't look like that.
I saw Embiid do this to him too.
It ain't look like that when Embiid had a triple double in 25 minutes.
Yeah,
whatever
a
it was.
lot of time.
That was in
Oh
Philly.
man,
I saw DeMontis do
I
it.
remember. See, look at man. I remember what Embiid used to be. Man.
I saw DeMontis do it to him too.
DeMontis did it to him too.
Crow Legend said the Bahamas national team would be as scary as Canada in international games. Their 5 would be VJ Edgecombe, Eric Gordon, Buddy Hield, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Ayton.
It's pretty good.
In
Yeah.
international play, this
I'm
is
scared.
fire
I'm
in
supposed to be
international play.
scared of Buddy Hield, Eric Gordon, and DeAndre Ayton. Miss me with that bullshit. As good as Shea, as good as RJ Barrett and Jamal Murray. Are you whack?
All right, chill.
All
Later,
sure.
fellas.
I'm about to follow
y'all
you
dudes
out.
Catch you
tomorrow.
soon.
Y'all ain't seen
Close out,
Zach
look,
Edey yet.
lit
My
up,
God,
man.
as good as
That's
Canada.
straight
Missed
shooters
that.
right there.
Davo said, "Hey Swiper, Bucks 1-0. You come up here too, Ox. Hey Swiper and Ox, Bucks 1-0. 1 down, 47 wins to go. Hey chat, get ready to see how Swiper really feels about Jokic. Hashtag Jokic trash on defense. And if you guys want to see how Swiper really feels, pull up the playback tonight. Maybe he'll be there. We'll be watching Jokic versus Steph Curry at 10 p.m. Eastern time on none other than Playback with your favorite individuals.
I know you're not
It's like
hyping beating the Wizards, Ron.
Advertisement.
I know it's not
The
what-
playing team? Yeah, I've seen the hot takes.
Mars, I
playing
got a middle school girls team right now that can compete with the Wizards.
Okay, so then they could make the play-in.
Shout out your middle school girls team. 100 sent through a super chat and said 50 changed the game with mixtapes. Those hits were on mixtapes that were hot in the NYC pre-M and Dre. He even had Rookie Braun on one of them.
Yep. I think the 50, Wayne, and Drake. If I'm missing somebody, I forgot. I was Gucci Mane. 50, Wayne, Drake, and Gucci Mane were the first true mixtape kings. If I'm forgetting somebody, I apologize. But like, yeah, 50 definitely was a part of that. Who am I forgetting, Ox? Am I forgetting somebody?
I seen a Kill Casu mixtape.
All right, so we got a couple new members. Tyler DeJesus, Sam Gunter 6194, Stunner 999 all became YouTube members. Shout out to them. I got another members chat from Goat 7850. Goat said, "Is it crazy to think Wemby can have a quadruple double?"
But he's already had 10 blocks in a game. Yeah, he's already had 10 blocks in a game. He's gonna have a 5x5 game as well at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a quadruple double plus 5x5 in the same game.
That is crazy.
I don't know.
That's insane.
Shout out to Wemby, man.
Hanzo Momzo. Unfortunately, we didn't get to read it while Chill was still here. But Hanzo said, "Congrats, Chill. You already have the worst take of the season. Mavs making Western Conference Finals? Question mark. Top 5 defense? Question mark. Also, Cooper is hella overrated defensively.
I don't think that's true. I think it was a bad, tough game for Cooper, and it sucks that we didn't really get to talk about the other side of it, which is the first overall pick having his debut and struggling the way that he did. He had some processing issues for sure, but overall, I think he's going to be just fine. Like, I don't think people need to start panicking and selling Cooper flag stock, but it was a bad game. It'll get better.
Magic's allowed to have bad games. It is what it is.
Magic is allowed to have bad games.
Exactly.
Luka had 10 points in his I believe Luka had 10 points in his rookie debut as well. Just a heads up. I think it was 10 or 11 points.
Magic
I didn't like what I saw.
Mello Williams 24 sent through a members chat and said Laurie looked good last night.
He
No
did.
way all these people watch the Clippers play the Jazz. God damn.
They watched highlights. You know who else looked good last night? Jeremiah Fears.
Yes. 17
Yeah.
points. They look really good.
Those intrigue me.
They are intriguing.
Exclusive Excellence sent through a members chat and said Wemby is already top 3.
Is that a sneezing emoji?
Nah, I think obviously you got Shea at 1. So Shea, Jokic, and Giannis probably the top 3, but Wemby could jump
Is
up.
he already better than Luka?
I mean, I'd have him as a top 5 player because Embiid has now officially it's over. So I would say the top 5 are Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Wemby. Those are the 5 best players in the world, in my opinion.
Ponzu sent through a members chat and said, can't wait to see Jokic cook with his new ingredients.
I'm excited too.
Me too. Very excited.
You gonna be keeping track of the non-Jokic minutes, Swiper?
Yep, I will be doing my job to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Especially with this,
until the anime career takes off.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. That takes a lot of time. As you can see, picking up the NFL has quite literally made my schedule extremely crazy. But I would love to do anime at some point.
Understood.
Love Fadina. Love Fadina said, Ant said, quote, and I quote, you better double team me, nigga.
If I was going against
Ant,
I'd be doing what I can to get the ball license.
I mean, he's processing the court a little bit better too.
Just getting better at everything because he's really good. Shout out to Ant. Good player.
I mean, if Tamani is helpless, everyone's helpless.
Steven914 said, Ron, talk about my Broncos now, bum.
Damn. Good to you.
The Seahawks are playing well, though, but literally, thank goodness you got Sam Darnold and did not keep Geno Smith.
Yeah, thank God.
I mean, when I was saying that, everybody was calling me stupid. Ron, y'all lost Geno. Ron, y'all lost Geno.
Who's the Geno Smith?
You guys got Sam Darnold.
Who's the Geno Smith of the NBA?
It's a good question. We don't know. We're not far enough into the season yet. We'll know in about a month who really fell off. CJ McCollum last night, kind of, but I don't know. He's kind of been declining for some time. Well, hey, we'll know in a little bit.
He was getting called top 10 though, so I mean that's pretty. Yeah.
I mean, when you up here in Seattle, it's easy to, Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, there's nothing good going on over there, so they have to praise anything that gives them hope.
Billawak said, I saw that game in person. Wemby is just crazy, man.
Yep.
He was live in the house.
That's dope. And I'm glad that everybody is waking up to Devin Vassell as well. The Devin Vassell praise on the timeline has been stark. I have been talking about Devin Vassell for 2 years now. I think he can be an all-star at some point. He is a really good player, and I can't wait to see him blossom. It's going to be great.
He's brilliant.
Stunner 999 said, Rockets, OKC, and Denver, top 3 in the West.
Agreed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs sneak in there if they're healthy, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Wouldn't be shocked. And I think
they're going to be in the finals, but I don't think they're going to be a top 3 seed.
It's Chris Jones said the East goes through New York.
Literally.
Son.
The NBA offices are in New York, so I agree.
Avery B said Wemby played like a power forward / big last night. He is unstoppable around the rim. Last night, 9 threes per game. Last year.
He just reads different words.
Last night, 9 threes per game is too much and doesn't make sense analytically.
Yeah, it's just a really bad take and a really poor processing of understanding what he's actually doing. But sure, if you think you look like Horace Grant and Bill Cartwright to you, sure. He looked like a power forward / center.
Shout out Bill Cartwright. Big Smoke 731 said ring number 5 on the way for number 30. I hope you're ready.
In-season tournament ring.
Nope.
If they win again, god damn. Shout out to Jimmy Butler again, his first championship, by the way.
And 3 finals for Jimmy Butler since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Grande Jones said Wemby is the basketball version of Ohtani.
No.
LeBron.
No.
We're going to get into that tomorrow.
No, it's
I
definitely not.
promise
He's
you.
not Ohtani. Yeah, respectfully.
I can assure you we will be talking about Wemby, LeBron, Ohtani, Messi, greatest athletes of all time tomorrow. I can assure you. Make sure you pull up for that conversation because it's going to be a good one. D9 the One sent through a members chat and said, Dub Ant-Man, clutch game. Also, VJ looks like the truth.
Yes, sir.
Who was the number 2 overall pick again this year? Dylan? It was Dylan. Do you think they'll regret passing up on VJ?
Yes,
Potentially.
I think so.
Can you imagine VJ with Wemby?
No. And Castle. And Carter Bryant. No.
Actually fits a little better long term, probably.
Devin Laguerre said, L Pin per usual, shame in a community he doesn't understand. Look up DreamCon. Pin.
Yeah.
No.
Casual.
All right, last but not least, it's Zamzay sent through a members chat and said, big man, question mark. POTG was block. Tween, step back.
Play of the game. So when he blocked Derek Lively, went coast to coast, ISO'd him, step back 3. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen a human being do on a basketball court. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
Horace Grant could never, ever
I've seen Mitchell Robinson do it.
break his damn back doing it.
The NBA, the Geno Smith of the NBA, Jason Tatum, it's just disrespectful to Tatum in every way possible.
So you agree with it? Good to know.
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right, fellas, it has been fun. It has been real. It has been a great time recapping Wemby and the NBA gambling allegations, all of that good stuff. We got good hoops tonight. Y'all be sure to tap in because we'll be here tomorrow to talk about everything that goes on tonight. We'll also be on Playback later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern to watch Denver versus Golden State. Also, Chill with Chill. We'll be coming on in a couple hours. Y'all be sure to tap in to Chill with Chill. And ultimately, this show was brought to you by Splash Sports. Click the link in the bio or scan this QR code. Make your picks. Compete against fans, not the house. We'll see y'all on the flip side.